Recall, review, ramble, Gallus.
Oh yes. I've got the boots on today. I am unwritten.
I've got the socks on.
That's all you need, man. That is all you need. But I am unwritten. Can't read my mind. I'm undefined. I'm just beginning the pens in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you. Open up your dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find reaching. There's something in the distance so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin.
Oh,
No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Oh, you thought it was going to be Feel the Rain on Your Skin, but no, the song is a bit shit. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. That's a joke. I actually loved the song, and when it played in the film, I was like, yeah.
when it played, like, the fourth, fifth time?
I break traditions sometimes. My tries are outside the lines. Yeah, we've been conditioned to not make mistakes. But I can't live that way. Oh, staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words you can. It's a karaoke song.
I only know the chorus, man.
You only need to know the chorus. Because it's all chorus. And Natasha Reddingfield wrote a beautiful song called Unwritten, which anyone but you, as you mentioned, uses multiple times.
Very, very, a lot of times.
And it's great every time.
Wonder if
it gets
this
better.
Natasha makes like £1 for every time it's played in the film for every run.
And she
for
the same amount of pound coins as
like £5 per film because it's played like 5 times.
She'd have the same amount of pound coins as you've had seen Glen Powell movies this week.
Like £2.
Aye.
Because yesterday and the day before. 2 days in a row, actually, I should say.
Yeah.
So
It's a good 2 days. The more we
Aye,
learn, the better.
and exactly, man. We've seen this man being all sassy and cocky.
And then we saw him
And
be all
cock,
sassy and
cock,
cocky again.
cocky, and then we've seen him being very sassy and cocky again, but with blood.
Look, he's good at one thing, and that's being sassy and cocky. And I'm going to take my boots off because I want to use my bed as a footrest.
I hope the camera doesn't show us.
What?
I hope the camera doesn't show our dogs.
Yeah, I've got socks on me, and your whole thing was I'm wearing socks.
I don't believe.
Socks on like that, man. That's just blackness is all they're seeing there.
Hi, but like. Right, anyway. Hey then.
You had a perfect. You said anyone there. You could have said anyone. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
Fuck me, man.
What?
Just. Ryan made a mistake. Okay.
Was I meant to say something about the Anything But You film released in 2023?
No, don't worry, Ryan made a mistake. Well done for getting the year right.
Featuring Glen Powell and Sydney
Come on,
Sweeney.
come
Is that
on.
right?
80% of this podcast.
The most attractive person in the world, apparently.
You are right. 80% of this podcast
Well,
is going
true,
to
but
be
like-
talking about Sydney Sweeney and Glen Powell and some capital D fucking drama.
Drama.
Oh, you.
Is this film?
Bet.
This film had some rocky development.
What the film?
I think every time I reference the film, I look at it.
Well, I mean, you every time you talk about Glen Powell, you gotta look at him. Like, geez, so how does he look?
I don't think I'm looking at
in
Glen
the
Powell,
right
if I'm
man?
being honest.
I'm looking at Glen. Look at that. That is an American national hero.
Let me guess. On the
Glen Powell.
on the thumbnail, I'm going to be Sydney Sweeney, and you're going
If
to.
I had my phone, I'd be able to fact check that. But I'm pretty sure it is the Titanic clip that they do on the boat. But it's like me as Glen and you as Sydney.
I'm more curious as to what photos of us, of our faces, because there's always a different photo of our faces. Like, I know I'll be able to tell you the exact photos that we got them as well. Because for getting Friends with Benefits, it was my photo with Callum on the phone in the Merchant, and I think you were like.
It's not pretty, right?
It is a photo.
It's not pretty.
So that's a photo of me in Edinburgh,
I believe so, yes.
and that's a photo of you in Fuck knows, man.
I have no idea where the photo of me came from.
I think every photo you use it. I just know what photo that I would come from. Sometimes yours.
I look like I'm wearing my suit.
Must have been a Sophie's birthday thing.
Yeah,
Or a Connell birthday or a Keelan's birthday next 2 weeks.
What's a great bit of research into Anyone But You. This is technically part 3 to the Ryan Makes Josh White Watch Really Random Romance Movies series.
Mm-hmm.
We've got one left on our grand
Which is actually fucking peak.
true.
And I'm looking forward
True.
to it.
I cannot wait to talk about all of the crimes committed in that movie.
Crimes? Probably there's plenty. I need to refresh
I
my
will
mind by watching it.
insist on, I believe it's Andrew Lincoln's character, you know the guy with the boards? I will insist that man has a true crime podcast about him. He's a stalker.
Probably.
He's gone
Some
on
point.
to do some horrible things in his life.
Just
And
like a lot of actors.
Oh no, the actor, probably sound, don't know anything about him. I just mean the character.
Oh.
But see, when we do like our actor spiel, my God, is Love Actually going to be like a 10-hour long podcast? Right, let me just talk about every British actor ever.
What is Mr. Bean,
So yeah, he was Mr. Bean. In
Arnold, probably.
Liam Neeson is there for some bit.
Christopher Lee is in there somewhere.
Sergeant Howie shows face for a bit.
Fucking Doctor Strange.
Benedict Cumberbatch is not in the movie, unfortunately. But Chris Marshall is, and he plays Colin.
Oh no, I was just talking about Doctor Strange Portal just appears, and then out comes Tweedledick or whatever.
Oh man, Tweedledee, great character.
Yeah.
Where was that? Yes, part 1 was us talking about friends with benefits. Sat right here, but like the other way round.
Yeah.
And we learned
true.
that Josh White had never friends with benefits.
But
He's about to knock a hanger off my wall.
I was also forced to say that I have indeed friends with benefits.
Thank you. Then we went to the UWS and spoke for an obnoxious amount of time about No Strings Attached.
Where
Great chat.
I don't think I've ever no strings
Where
attached.
we spent a long time talking about the differences between No Strings Attached and friends with
with
benefits,
benefits.
relationships and situationships. This movie
And I
features...
had a crash out on each one. So I need to have anything but you, anyone but you.
This movie features two characters having a fake situationship. We also watched a short
That's
film called Situationship, and we nicknamed this series the Situationship series. It's great.
Yeah, so like it's still it's still one of those, we'll just, well, instead of this time we'll pretend we're in love instead of, there's nothing between us. There's nothing between us, but like,
Oh mate,
feel the word and just gonna something like that.
just you wait for the trope that we are going to get into that Anyone But You plays on. First of all, based on a Shakespeare play.
Is that? I have no idea. I don't know, I just watched the film, if I'm being honest.
You know how when you're like watching something and you just see based on something Stephen King, you're like, that makes sense. Because everything is inherently based on Stephen King.
And you'll be able to just know like that,
Well, like,
that it's
if
like
it's not based on Stephen
running
King's
and
probably
walking.
There's probably some walking, there's probably some running, it's probably going to have a shit ending like all of Stephen King's famed tropes.
They're ending running.
At chapter 2 has a great scene where Stephen King comes face to face with James McAvoy, who's playing Stephen King essentially. He's a writer, and Stephen King makes the line, I like your book, ending's rubbish. Because Stephen King just can't do endings. It's really funny. He always just confuses.
He just overthinks it probably.
Or underthink. Stephen King, well, he's on coke. Like, who really cares? How you been? What you been up to?
I've been alright. I've been working all week.
Working away like a wee busy boy.
No, I've been very, very busy. I slept in this morning.
Unbelievable.
I know. Because I was again very, very tired.
I was really.
I've not been prioritising my sleep enough, but you know, up for 10 minutes. I think that's the best way to wake up actually when you're fucking under some kind of pressure. See if you've got like
If
an
you've
hour and a
got
half to go.
get up,
See if you've got like an hour and a half
Yeah.
to go.
you're just gonna
Fall asleep
and then
and
fall asleep again.
Exactly. But see when you're like, you get up and you're fucking away. Teeth, face, comb hair, Pro Plus.
In the car on the
And
way
I'm
to
on-
the
and
airport.
I'm on cloud 9, mate. That Pro Plus saving my life.
That's my airport strategy, Josh. Right, I get everything done the night before so I can get my sleep, and then so we went to Dublin or Prague. I must have got out of bed 15 minutes before we left. Myself and my father left. Like, just, it was straight up. It was water, teeth, water, probably a piss in there, bourbons, make sure I get the banana out the fruit bowl, right, bye mum, give you a wee hug, plane.
Just him. We're going back home to Prague.
Leaving home.
Oh it's polar opposite, because I was looking forward to that day. I was like, well, no, I wasn't looking forward to this, but I was like, you know, when you get up at like 3, for example.
Oh yeah.
If you get up at 9, you're like, I feel like you're more likely the first thing you wake up at 3. You're like, just, that's you. I feel like if I got up at 3 for a piss, I wouldn't just fall back asleep like unwillingly. I've stayed up if I really, really want to. It's weird, alright? Sleep is weird. I should prioritise it more.
Nah. Don't believe in it. Oh, gee, pipe down laptop, man.
I wish I could, so I don't have to be reliant on these fucking Pro Plus tablets. Fucking lovely, so they are.
Josh White
It's literally
Josh White does drugs.
It's literally half an energy drink, like caffeine, right? But I feel like there's more than that. I'm on fucking cloud 9 with this. You can get them at any supermarket, okay?
Stop pitching them to you on the laptop, mate.
Fucking good as well. I'll get, like, I don't know what's up with these fucking things. Because
funny. I
don't know what is up with these fucking things, but I had 2 of them one time. It was when I was not well. I went to shoot an event and I was up all night. I was like, what the fuck? There's enough in them, like, as an energy drink.
Who's shagging who?
Like, that's what it is. It's literally those tablets. It's literally the phenylpropylene.
But don't you ever drink on them?
Oh no, I've not been, man. Don't worry. I had my alcohol-free Erdinger last night.
Whoa.
So, and water. So. But like, again, it was just something weird that I figured out the other day there, because I was like, I'm never touching them again. They make you up all night. And then, because, again, as much caffeine in them as a Red Bull, but they just high as a kite all day. So don't do drugs unless it's good
fun.
For you.
Oh. Well, like we had similar thoughts on drugs there, I think.
We were gonna say an unless either way. So
yeah, mine was do drugs basically.
Just do them. Full stop.
Yeah, like have fun. Live your life.
Live, laugh, love, or something. Whatever it says in your living room, or like everyone's living room, like shelf.
What is the funniest like living room like?
It's got to be glittery silver. I think it's got to be like, you go to Home Bargains or like the Range and you find like the silver, like glittery house ornament aisle where it's just live, laugh, love, or a frame, or like an animal.
I don't even know what you call it. Like I've got the Range family.
Just type in like
plaques.
Just type in like.
Yes.
Bro, this is a fucking tombstone.
Family where life begins and love never ends.
Aye, like messages like that, but like
family where life begins and love never ends.
Yeah, thank God we don't have any of that.
Family is a little world created by love. Every family has a story. Welcome to ours. Oh, that's the worst one. That caused me pain to read, Josh.
It's just throwing shit at each other in the house.
The worst part, like, look at it.
It's like a cowboy.
It's like a formatted, right?
It's like a cowboy town fucking entrance, like sign. Let's get one of those. I have no idea what we're looking at here.
Better than that, though.
If you go to Bing, mate, and type in the Range family plaques, you'll be able to see what we're talking about.
Together we are a beautiful family.
I think my mum had that one. I think that my mum had that one. But now it's just...
Our family love is held together with our hearts.
Our ornaments around the TV are so interesting because we've got the Centre Parks candle, because my mum finally got onto that after a year. She finally got onto the CP candle. And then...
Hashtag my CP candle.
And then there's a wee stone plaque of Alfie. There's a wee lizard that we've had for the past year and a half called Harry.
Sure.
I don't know why. It's just...
We all need a bit of Harry in our life.
Just a wee lizard on top of the telly called Harry. My mum hates him.
Oh, right. And maybe
for no reason. But I'm like, no, keep Harry. She's like, okay. No. Harry.
For some reason.
He's sad as fuck. And
He's not real.
it's pretty cool. I like Harry. Some more healthy stuff and like probably a live, laugh, love
Yes.
somewhere. So, oh, and when it's somebody's birthday, it's all of our birthday cards.
Nice, yes. That is.
You know, when mine's came, it was just 4 bluey cards.
Me.
And I
One was a
fucking
Christmas card.
4 bluey cards and a monkey. I swear, see when I
That's so good.
see when I described that card to Callum on like the great Callum catch up of every like 3 months or something, he's actually like in tears. I don't know if it's because he was high as fuck during that time, but like
don't do drugs, kids.
he's actually in tears when I described this fucking gorilla on this card when it says like who says a bloke can multitask or something, and it's just crisps, paint, and TV remote. It's so good.
They're really badly edited together.
And I just love that it's just crisps
Yeah.
with crisps on it
Miscellaneous crisp.
and paint and sky remote without the sky.
I think you can learn a lot about a family based on the fact that they all have the same worktop. Like ours downstairs just has modern art, and then when it's somebody's birthday, all the cards. I think the more fun thing is you can learn a lot about a person via the desk. So what have we got today? We've got Drew McIntyre. We've got.
I was going to say that soon. I was about to point this out before we started. What the fuck is Kill Your Friends? What is that, Ryan?
Joshua, it's a game that I took for myself, Aaron, and Emily to play at the pub once. I don't know.
This true colours, but it gets physical.
I don't know to what degree we can talk about this on the air, but that's how I'm going to kill you.
Fart attack. Where I fart really fucking high to the point where my head crashes onto the ceiling and it bursts open. There's also the Crystal Castle. I was about to say the palace, but we can call it that if you want. Where this woman is smoking and she's growing all of these crystals on her. Your cat never liked you, and it's just a cat mauling you to death. What the fuck is this, Ryan? What? There's a follow up to the Crystal Castle and the Crystal Casket.
Put that one down there for now.
There's a butterflies with
Shan't do that one.
eating out. And it's a satanic ritual. That's fair. Megadeth. That's a shite band, isn't it? There's like something Ra disturbed something. Crystal Compound. That's quite funny because he's dead. Why is Osama bin Laden on this?
Well, as is Hitler and
Oh shit! And Chairman Mao.
Chairman Mao and someone
I
else.
think that's George Bush. I didn't even notice that. If I'm being honest. Serial killer. Huh. They finally made the joke of cereal. Cut down to size and its dick been chopped off. That's just sad. That's just sad that
No.
he's lonely, he's about to kill himself because it's his birthday and no one liked him. You eat gluten, you're fine. That's just... Turns out you're allergic to gluten.
It's a double whammy, man.
I should have the gluten-free Stella. Fuck. Business Insation. The eruption of Silicon Valley. What does that even mean?
Her breast implants blew up.
Ah.
And she got an infection.
Too many hashtags. And there's someone...
Just to help you out there.
I'm looking through every card.
I'm just looking for the weird ones, you know.
Bro, that'd mean the gym. It's been like a week and a half since I went to the gym. I need to start going again. Keep consistent, boys. So what are the premises to this game? How do you play it?
I can't explain the rules, mate. They're needlessly complicated.
Like, if you pull a card, I have to kill you in this way.
Needlessly complicated rules, but essentially, yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Josh, I've got the four ones that genuinely caused us to question morals in this game.
Right, okay, go on.
There you go.
Hashtag me too. The fuck? Right, it's just...
You know the Me Too movement.
Aye, it's just creepy...
He's Me Tooing her to death.
Yeah, like, that's just crazy. Get fit or die trying, that's the long walk.
It's a fat man being forced to run and a woman behind him with a gun.
You know, that's it's fuck spoilers. See on the Running Man, when they're on the programme before the Running Man.
Yeah,
it's just the fat guy on the mouse wheel, or the hamster wheel. That's like that. Did he die after that? God's plan. So it's a bunch of conservatives surrounding a lesbian couple.
I really like the Austin 316 wrestling poster that's for some reason there.
316.
And
Guns don't kill people, abortions do.
And yeah, this one speaks for itself.
Fuck. Right, okay. I don't think I'm going to say that one.
It's just really racist.
Yeah.
Like, so racist, it's like, how did this game get made?
Man. Well, weird shit. You got a purple dinosaur now? It's not Barney, but it's a purple dinosaur.
Oh, that's a good lad. We got him in Soul Coats.
Yes.
We're going to ask the lady to pick her favourite dinosaur.
And it's a salted piece of paper in the middle.
I like a salted party hat behind the computer.
You know, I bet you know which one you had on each night.
Yeah, the blue one on Cornwalls and a pink one on Sophs, because boys and girls.
Well, the one I had on Sophie's... I think it was Sophie's, yeah. One I had at Sophie's, we're outside Toby Jug, right? There was like the four of us, or something. And someone, just a group of lassies, just thought, boom, snatched my hat, ran off. Right off my head as well.
Pricks.
I don't know, not even that, I was genuinely impressed. Because they were behind my ears. So I was looking like Shug, right, for some reason. And then, you know, we're not like that.
Whitey the log.
Aye. And Toby Jug. So
Aye, definitely.
grabs the hat from fucking behind and just yanks it off from the front. But I didn't even feel a thing. I thought I would be able to
You
feel like
wouldn't,
it scut like my ears or something, but no. Like stealthy. So well done, Tweedle
Miscellaneous woman.
Tweedle prick.
Anyway, some quick facts about this movie so we can get on to topic. It's directed by Will Gluck, who was the same man that directed Easy 8 and, funnily enough, Friends with Benefits. I don't know how we've came back to Will Gluck. I wonder what his involvement was in Love Actually, but I'm sure we'll find it out. Easy 8, great film. We won't cover it for the podcast, but great film.
It's Friends with Benefits, man.
And Friends with Benefits is like the bollocks. It's
I
this.
think you could link that film to anything. Nowadays.
Yeah, true.
Like, whether
Family
it's an actor,
Music.
or for other films or music, and then you can link that to another thing, you can link that to another thing, you can link that to whatever you want.
Hitchcock.
Yeah, or Father Ted, or something, I don't know.
Oh, here you are, Richard. Now, anyway, how to summarise this movie? Would you like to give us a quick 70-second summary of anyone but you?
Would I like to?
Yeah.
Right, 70 seconds, it might not be 70 seconds, mind you, but basically these two meet in a cafe, right? And she's like, oh, there's a big queue, and I need a pish, and I don't want to buy something to just go for a pish, right? And then this guy, Glen Powell over here, is like, oh, let's, I'll get that for you, and then you can go.
You spent 20 seconds on the opening 2 minutes.
Yeah, so basically they meet after that, and then they have a date, and then she like fall out, basically, in a way, and then they basically hate each other, but it happens
classic.
that a sibling of his and a sibling of hers are just getting married, or a pal's sibling, something like that. They know someone who knows someone is getting married, and then they have to like basically go to this wedding and pretend that they're a couple just because they don't want to ruin the wedding, also because everyone's forcing them to get together and stuff, and they're like, no, but sure. And then obviously.
No, you
obviously
mean
the
anyone
podcast.
but you.
I'm trying to summarise it under 70 seconds. So basically, and then it involves all sorts, which we'll discuss. So that's the film.
Fair enough.
It's forced situationship.
It's a forced situationship. It's great.
And it's like a
Come on.
not a friend. It's definitely with
Oh.
benefits.
Oh no! Come on, man. I thought you were about to.
There's no strings attached, if you will,
Are you ready?
and they're with
Josh,
benefits.
Are you ready for the meat of this conversation? Excluding the meat of Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney. The meat of this is the trope of this film, the genre we have fallen into. We've done our situational ship with our little friends with benefits and enemies to lovers. It is now time we move on to the greatest writing trope of all time, enemies to lovers. When you take enemies and they hate each other and they hate each other and they hate each other, and then they become lovers, which leads me to the question I have to ask Josh White here today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the biggest question of the podcast. Josh White, have you ever enemies to lovers?
I need to think about this one, actually.
Alright, I'll let him think about this one as I tell you my favourite enemies to lover stories. Callum McKinley and Daniel Murdoch.
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Because I'm just trying to think of even just someone who who I used to not like, but now I do. But I feel like if I don't like someone, I don't like them. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
And if I didn't like someone, and if I started to like them, it's not even like I became like fucking close pals with them. You know what I mean?
Sophie and like 80% of our friend group.
Enemies to lovers. I know. Let's think with a lady.
Women.
No. we either lovers and became enemies, or just lovers, or just enemies. There's no enemies to lovers. It's quite boring.
So yesterday we were studying in this fucking uni class, right, and our lecturer, old lady, goes on this like 8-minute long spiel about sex, and it's like the most uncomfortable thing.
But she was talking about the Wicker Man.
Which that happened afterwards, yeah. She's talking about this like sex scene. She's like, I'm not going to play it, I'm just going to show you it. Sorry, I'm going to describe it to you. So she describes it to us, and just halfway through this, you can tell she was beginning to enjoy making us uncomfortable by talking to us about sex. It's between 55 and 65, I'd guess.
God.
And she's doing this spiel, she mentioned all these things, and just halfway through it, Bailey turns to me and just goes, she's realised like everyone in this room is a virgin and she's loving it. And I was like, that is so funny. I've just got this vision of her looking at her film students and thinking, why am I talking to them about sex? They can't talk to each other, let
You're
alone
not
a
virgin. You'll know that, and then continues.
It was so funny. And we just kind of were there like, what a time to be alive in this room, in this moment. I'm just eyes forward, staring Jill in the eyes, being like, yes, keep going. Keep talking. Enemies to lovers though, great story. So, 4.5 years ago, I met a girl. Her name was Renjamin. Lovely little lady.
Renjamin?
Renjamin, yeah, great person. No resemblance to Lauren, of course. Or Ren. This is purely hypothetical and fictional and Renjamin.
Is this like Jess?
No, this is genuinely true, mate. This is actually about Ren. This is actually about Ren.
Is this? Is that?
So, Ren never liked me. And basically, she liked reading on the Wattpads and the books, the enemies to lovers stories. That was her kind of genre of romance, because every female seems to go through phases of like romance things they like to read. And at this time when I met Ren, that was her thing. So she kind of fabricated a story in her head, essentially,
Right.
of which that I never liked her when I was talking to Grace, and she never liked me, just to facilitate us having an enemies to lovers story. Genuinely true story, that, mate.
Genuine delusion, then.
I was just like, she's kind of crafting her own enemies to lovers narrative, and any time she'd bring up, she'd, you're gaslighting me, you dislike me, and I was like, no, I always liked you. Just It was great. And this led to, for her birthday, me hunting down books in Waterstones. I was talking to the workers, I was reading all the backs of all these books because I knew I had to get her for her birthday an enemies to lover-esque story. Simple. And I stumbled across a book. I do not remember what it was called. I do not remember what it was about, but it was about a character called Laura and a character called Ryan. I was like, you know what, that's close enough. I'm going to get this one of the enemies to lovers franchise.
All took with an N you would have had.
I know. And I was like,
Lauren, but like still.
It's my perfect gift in the enemies to lovers world. So that was her gift that year.
Nice.
I just found that a very funny story.
Did she clock the fact that it was an enemies to lovers story?
Obviously. That's what she was into. Any way of facilitating an enemies to lovers.
Very good.
Because sometimes you gotta live that romantic novel life essentially. You know, you can't. Life's quite boring unless you romanticize it, and I suppose that's what she was doing. She was trying to romanticize aspects of her life to be more like the books that she read.
Fair enough.
And that's my psychology degree application submitted.
And
thank you. I can break down the psychology of Will Gluck.
Could break down
and Renjamin.
Some people's psychology. I don't know. Just
what else did I have in this slide?
Basics. I've done my NPA psychology in 6th year. So we Mr. Nazi.
Great. Anyway, welcome to Trope Tuesday, Josh White, and today's trope is enemies to lovers.
Yeah, I can't relate.
Let's talk about enemies to lovers. This trope comes into play mainly in the romance genre of fiction, but it can be present in other books, such as the fantasy genre. Some would argue that in Predator Badlands, we actually get to experience an enemies to lovers story.
A wee bit, actually.
Between the Predator and the robot woman.
Yeah, because, well...
That's racist. The enemies to lovers trope means...
He's just an alien guy!
The enemies to lovers trope means that two characters begin as enemies or rivals and finish up in a relationship together. For example, in a sweet contemporary romance, it may be more of a rivalry rather than being mortal enemies. In a fantasy novel or dark romance, it's far more likely the couple will be enemies in a much more dangerous sense, such as an assassin and a law enforcer, or a couple destined to kill each other.
I would never trust myself in a relationship like that, or trust them in a relationship like that.
Books featuring the enemies to lovers tropes. That this is...
My man is lost for words. He is. There's not a lot of times you're lost for words on this podcast.
I've just read the name of a book that I need to hunt down, buy and read. I hate reading, I struggle to read. But a book titled Cake Off at the Cat Cafe, which is an enemies to lovers story between two people competing in a cake-off. I need to find that.
I think
you've got Silver Cloak, the Wolf King, the Cursed Wolf King, which is the sequel. A Court of Mist and Fury. Deal with the Elf King. Book Lovers. These Violent Delights. Love at First Night. Oh, what a one.
That's why I live for the Waterstones Cafe.
Yeah, I'll be there later. Scary outside. Writing the enemies to lovers trope effectively, just in case we want to write our own enemies to lovers story. Setup. When writing the enemies to lovers trope, it's important to make sure the relationship between the two characters starts with opposition, dislike, or some kind of hostility. These two characters need a reason to be opposed to one another, and again, this will largely be genre dependent.
Yes.
Now, Ren's fabricated side of that was that anything that Grace did that was immoral, I kind of blamed Ren for. Not true. They might be opposed simply because they've entered the same competition. Cake off. And are going against each other. They want or believe different things, or they're on opposing sides of a cause and have opposite goals. That's why I think one of the funniest stories I ever pitched was a story about a relationship between someone from Irvine and someone from Kilwinning, because they fucking hate each other. Or someone from Mauchline and someone from Terbolton. Both of these are really funny.
Or Erin Kilmarnock.
Aaron Prescott, or Celtic and Rangers. Like, all of these are fucking hilarious.
It's like Joe.
A lifeguard at the Citadel and a lifeguard at Craig Tara.
That's quite fucking watch out, man. It's like football. Joe's Man United, Rangers, but Sophie and her family are Liverpool. So
Right there, that's enemies to lovers.
I mean, I don't know if you know that, but like Liverpool, Man United, I don't
Well, that's
think
because Liverpool are
much.
not particularly great.
Yeah, but
Cheating bastards in that one game. I've seen one Liverpool game in my life and the ref was on their side. It's very funny.
just fuck Arsenal.
Yeah.
Me and Daniel will fuck Arsenal.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
No, nothing about
I'm
it.
very indifferent to Liverpool, but Joe doesn't like them.
That's right, because they
So
cheated in that one
that's
game.
enemies
Josh, right?
to, enemies to lovers in that.
They cheated in that one game. It doesn't necessarily have to involve an extreme dislike or hatred, especially if it's a rom-com or a sweet romance, but it should involve opposition. You could choose to have them strongly dislike each other or downright hate each other, maybe mismatched personalities, or they have history together. There you go. Either way, they should have very good reason to oppose each other. The journey of enemies to lovers, the relationship should involve a gradual shift. There will be a connection or an attraction between them that they struggle to fight. Yes, yes. No, it's
who
not.
the fuck is that?
It's not Glen and Sydney. It's just an image that really looks like Glen and Sydney.
It just really looks like Trump.
Or Trump, sure. They will move away from their initial opposition, dislike, or hostility over the course of the book. They might do things like explore their conflicting viewpoints or team up to solve a problem. But they'll need to walk before they can run. Have them spend plenty of time getting to know each other. Force them into situations where they have to work as a team or learn to trust each other. Have them reveal themselves to one another slowly. Essentially, Will Gluck just read this article and made this. Show the reader what makes them tick and why they might be a better match than they think, and make sure there's plenty of romantic and sexual tension along the way. And oh my god, there is none of that in this film. How to end an enemies to lovers story. By now your character should have been on a journey of change, gradually opening up to one another, learning to work together and challenging their own feelings about the other person. By the end they'll be fully ready to admit how they feel and move into a relationship. If they entered into a relationship together in the midsection and then all of them continued grappling with challenges together, the ending can be about rounding off their relationship. Where does it end? Does one make a sacrifice for the other? There should be plenty of satisfaction for the readers at the end. So make it impactful, give us a glimpse into their future life together and what it might look like. Some authors choose to write an epilogue with a time skip. Readers often enjoy seeing what a couple are doing after some time has passed, so this could be a good element to include. Hopefully this post gave you a better understanding of the enemies to lovers trope and how to use it in your writing. If you would like to work with me on your manuscript, check out my editorial services, follow my blog, and thank you, Rachel Rowlands. Oh my fucking god.
Best article she's ever written.
No. Do you know what makes this better?
She's a historical author.
Rachel Rowlands.
Yeah. What makes it the best bit? Who wrote Cake Off at the Cat Cafe?
Written by Rachel Rowlands. She knows her stuff. It was something going to cost me £3.
How much?
£3. 70% off, man.
This would be a fucking... Hey.
10. Oh, mate, I think I'm... Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm quite excited, Josh, right?
You could just, 5-hour podcast just reading it to me.
Yeah.
Or we take turns. We take turns on each chapter.
Yeah.
Like at school. And then write about it. Which is pretty much what we do on this fucking thing anyway. Just we do something and we talk about it.
Pretty much. I've got some examples of enemies to lovers storylines for you, Josh. Right. Example number 1, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Enemies to lovers might be a trendy topic right now, but it's a tale as old as time. Plenty of classic stories use this trope, including Pride and Prejudice. In the 19th century novel of Miles, Elizabeth Bennet initially dislikes Mr. Darcy. She sees him as arrogant, snobbish, and assumes he looks down on her because of his higher social class. Over the course of the book, Elizabeth and Darcy realise their initial assumptions about each other were incorrect. They have to overcome their pride and prejudice to end up together. The Kissing Booth. Joey King and Jacob Elord, they initially start off not being allowed to be together, but having this kind of little liking for each other, but they have to dislike each other and then they become lovers. It's great.
Romeo and Juliet like that. Or Nomeo and Juliet.
In a way. I'm sure we'll get to this. The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. In The Hating Game, Lucy and Joshua have an ongoing rivalry whilst working for the same book publishing company. God, that sounds so boring. When they start competing for the same promotion, God, that sounds so boring. Their enmity rises to a whole new level, but as they continue spending time completing the job, they start to question their real feelings for each other. It takes a tantalisingly long time for them to realise that maybe, just maybe, they don't hate each other as much as they think they do. Elf. You've got The Woman and Christmas.
True. Look forward to seeing that film again.
Joshua, I've got a 7-step guide for you to write an enemies to lovers story. Show the reader why two characters are enemies.
Okay.
Plant the seeds of romantic tension.
Okay.
Give them a shared goal. Show the characters building trust. Test the characters' loyalty to one another. Make the characters finally declare their love. Give the relationship a satisfying resolution.
Okay. Easy enough? Well, not really, because shite at writing.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know, back in the day, man, I couldn't write, man.
Me neither. Still can't write.
No, you could write stories. You're good at
No, there was never particularly... I can't write scripts to save my life. I can do stories all right, but I cannot write scripts to save my life. And I also don't write like humans, I write like me.
Everyone should just write like them.
Absolutely, but yeah, that's grilled out of you through school and uni and that, and I refuse to listen, and I write like Stephen King, who just writes like a fucking coked up madman. 5 tips for writing enemies to lovers stories. Tip 1, tie the romance to the character development. Well, that doesn't happen in Anyone But You. Tip 2, give the characters a strong reason for being enemies. One conversation could have fixed that. Tip number 3, steer clear of a toxic relationship dynamic. Yeah, that's not an Anyone But You. I suppose they did that one right.
That's not.
Tip 4, create moments of genuine connection.
There's no much of that here, honestly.
Tip 5, use a grammar checker. It's hard to keep readers immersed in your story if you're writing a good spelling error or grammar mistakes. Please be an ad read. Pro writing aid. It's a fucking ad read.
Like the sponsor of today's video.
No, it's the ad read. Thanks, Hannah. Oh, that was brilliant.
Hannah Young, some
laugh. Well, that's enemies to lovers for you. Anyway, onto the real meat of today's discussion. Sydney Sweeney.
Pretty cool.
So we have to start this conversation with Sydney Sweeney is the most attractive woman on the planet. Glen Powell is the most attractive man on the planet. And that's not opinion, that is just a fact of laws. Please stop staring at bikini Sydney Sweeney.
I was looking at Glen, to be honest.
That's what I'm doing, and I've made that quite clear. But
we just both like Glen. We've seen a lot of him over the past 2 days.
I think he's brilliant. Anyway, Joshua, I've got an article for you which was written recently, and it is one of the funniest articles I've ever read.
Okay, I'm all ears. Come on.
The title of this article from The Independent is No. People finding Sydney Sweeney attractive doesn't spell the death of woke.
Back up a minute. What the fuck does it mean? People finding Sydney Sweeney attractive doesn't spell the death of woke.
People crowing that viewers' appreciation of the actor's cleavage is some kind of win in the perpetual culture wars have lost the plot, argues Helen Coffrey.
I think we're the only readers of this article ever. I'd see people who genuinely give a shit about showbiz and celebrity drama and just celebrity stuff in Hollywood and that.
No, it's so
it's
funny.
Genuinely, it baffles me how folk see when 93-year-olds coming to Asda buy those fucking showbiz magazines with 2 soap stars
I'm into
in
that
the front for 85 pence. I'm I would buy the Take a Break to, I don't know, take a fucking break. Doing your crosswords or reading about other people's shit. Not can insert Corey Star as fucking EastEnders guy in real life and is having an affair.
A bit better than that though. Sometimes amid the constant overload of social media and online news, you see a headline so staggering that it cuts through the noise and leaves you so speechless, wondering how did we get here? Most recently, that headline for me ran, "Wokeness is no match for Sydney Sweeney's undeniable beauty." I had to read it and reread it, and then put my glasses on and read it once more. Every time I looked at it, it made less sense. This particular article was a commitment piece in the National Post, and it opened up with the sentence even more sensationally ludicrous than the headline. Are Sydney Sweeney's breasts double D harbingers of the death of woke? The argument...
Is a double D harbinger?
Well, double D is a size of breast.
Oh, okay. And then harbinger is...
And harbinger is something that comes before the fucking apocalypse, basically. It's like, you know how like Thanos had those 4 little lads that came to be like, your world is doomed?
Oh.
They're the harbingers. The argument put forth seemed to be that because people had enjoyed watching the conventionally gorgeous actor from The White Lotus wearing a low-cut dress on SNL, right-wing values had won. Or something like that. I struggled to follow the logic, if I'm honest, but I also couldn't see where Sydney's low-hanging fruit Hooters sketch fit into the equation. But maybe I'm just not intellectual enough. People want to look at beauty on TV and in art generally, but we're being starved of it because attractiveness is deemed immoral, writer, columnist Amy Ham. As such, beauty is now political. For this we can thank tyrannically woke and ironically minority vanguard that for years has coerced our culture into just pretending that unbeautiful things are beautiful.
Who gives a shit, but...
Wrapped in revealing little black dress, Sydney thanks the cast and the crew, Lon Michaels and Giggles, and bounties in a familiar way that hasn't been seen in decades, writes comedian Spectator. There's so many, I fucking hate articles. For anyone under the age of 25, they've likely never seen it in their lifetime, as the giggling blonde with an amazing rack has been stamped out of existence, a creature shamed to the brink of existence. Basically, this is just a bunch of men writing articles and women writing articles finding very creative ways to say she's got big tits. It's fucking funny. I read both of these hot takes with a disbelief bordering on hysteria. Firstly, the suggestion that kind of beauty that Sydney Sweeney represents, wide, thin, curvy, masses of tumbling golden hair, a pretty face that can be switched between sweet and sexy, the 2 patriarchy-approved states of womanhood, has now somehow been eradicated, is downright laughable. Now, we might not have page 3 or Playboy nudes anymore. Baywatch may have been replaced with fewer swimsuit-based television shows, but somehow I don't think the straight-up hot contingent of women blessed by the genetic gods, or for some a very good surgeon, have been struggling in the wilderness for 25 years. Both articles make it out as if the body positivity movement and a push for greater diversity on screen and in beauty campaigns has made conventional attractiveness a crime. In fact, the very reason those movements came into being is that we've made very little headway when it comes to pushing back against near impossible beauty standards.
This is all gibberish to me, if I'm being honest.
It goes on to a bit talking about the Kardashians and the Instagram face, and then we get some more gold boob-related commentary. Boobs aside, the argument that we're being starved of beauty because attractiveness is deemed immoral holds up to barely a second of scrutiny. Great line. What have we got here? It's a video of Sydney Sweeney.
You'll be amazed how many public charging points there are in the UK now. Once you get an electric car, you start
The fact
I
that
think
how
that's...
many there are. There are now over
an ad.
80,000
It's alright, we're watching an ad.
in the UK, with a new one popping up every 30
It's got Daniel's jacket
In
on.
fact, there are more public EV
We need this ad to
charging
kind of wrap.
petrol stations.
The fact that people like looking at breasts and beautiful women in general is a tale as old as time. No one is denying it to be true. No one is outlawing beauty or suggesting we're not allowed to find attractive people attractive.
Thank you very much. I am so happy to be here. My name is Sydney Sweeney.
This is this SNL clip in question.
Anyone but you are Euphoria.
Anyone but you!
Definitely did not see me in Madam Web. But I do have a new film coming out called Immaculate.
I've seen Immaculate. We'll get round to it.
I play a nun, so it's perfect casting. But tonight, I'm excited for everyone to get to know the real me. I feel like people only see me as the girl on TV who screams, cries, and has sex. Sometimes it's all 3 at the same time.
Checks out.
Yeah, a wee bit.
That clip goes off the rails. Josh,
Again,
right
it's not
away,
that I give that much shit about Sydney Sweeney in general. I just watched
Oh, you
anything but
need-
I watched
You
anything.
need to get into the Sydney Sweeney drama, Josh.
I watched Anyone But You and went, fit man, fit lady. That's it. I might have seen him. I might have seen her a couple other times, but fuck knows, I don't know.
So Sydney Sweeney stars in one of my favourite movies of all time, Madame Web. Now I don't even need to put a single note on this slide because I know the ins and outs of Madame Web like the back of my fucking hand. So Madame Web is a movie where Sydney Sweeney is in it for the grand total of, I don't know, 20 minutes. She's the co-lead of that movie because at the time everyone was like, she's the most attractive woman in God's green earth. Because you've got to get the audience of men to come and see your film about women empowerment.
I think we would have just seen it in general.
So as the co-lead to that movie, it of course attracted many people, and they dress her up as a nerd. You know, the classies, the fucking short skirt and that, and you're really playing to like, she's meant to be like a child, you're really playing to like some deranged kinks in this movie. Anyway, the movie is one of the worst movies ever made, and it flopped the fuck. But Sydney Sweeney only did it as a favour to the studio so that she could become the executive producer and get financing to make the movie she wanted to make, Anyone But You, which means at the age of like fucking 25 or some shit, Sydney Sweeney became an executive producer to a movie in that one. That's quite impressive. And
So Madame Web was just one of the things she had to do to get to that point.
Yes. Although she
came up with this fucking concoction of a plan.
She got quite into it. She learned a lot about the Spider-Woman character that she plays. Anyway, Glen Powell has got sexiest man.
He's quite fit, as in he can run a lot.
How many running jokes are you gonna make?
It's the only thing I know about him. And that.
We got a Glenaissance recently as well, man.
What has he been in?
His first film in 2003 was Spy Kids 3D Game Over, where his role was Long-Fingered Boy.
Long-Fingered Boy. What a way to start your career.
He's then in a bunch of shit playing like extras essentially for the next 10 years, including The Dark Knight Rises, Best Friends Forever, The Expendables 3, Sex Ed, Ride Along 2. But it really, his career, he's the new
Chris Evans.
He's the new poster boy for Hollywood, I reckon. Timothy Chalamet and Tom Holland are the young ones, but he's the kind of older, slightly older than, he's the kind of 30s. So they're like the guys of the 20s. Yeah. He's the guy of the 30s. Because from 2022 we have Top Gun Maverick, where he plays one of the bad guy in Top Gun Maverick, essentially.
Okay.
We have Hitman, which is a great film. We have Anyone But You. We have Twisters. We have The Running Man. And we very are soon to have How to Make a Killing and Ghost Rider coming out for him. He also is in Shad Powers. For what that's worth.
Fuck it.
Great fucking guy though. What's his dramas though?
We're about to say he's a good guy, but and then just review his history like how we've done with everyone else and being like, what the fuck? Has he done this shit? Or has he actually got a clean record?
Yep. Powell is a licensed pilot. His Top Gun Maverick co-star, Tom Cruise, paid for him to attend flight school. When Tom Cruise is paying for you to attend flight school, Jesus.
That's so Tom Cruise though.
Powell dated Gigi Parrish from 2020 to 2023. According to Paris, the relationship ended as a result of the differences in priorities between the pair, with Powell focusing on his career. Josh White, in what year did Anyone But You release?
2023, I think.
I'm sure there won't be any drama to do with that to come.
Involving them two. Is anything but you in real life? After anything but you.
It'd be quite weird, wouldn't it?
Aye, it would be. Let's get to it, man.
Was it the next slide? Aye, so this, I really feel like this is a classic like a throwback to classic romantic movies, where it is, don't worry about the plot. We're just going to do an easy friends with love as a story. We're going to adapt some old Shakespeare pish, like most classic rom-coms. 10 Things I Hate About You is a fucking Shakespeare. But what we're going to do to make this different And a throwback is we're just going to pick the two hottest people on the planet at the moment.
Right.
Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney. And we're going to put them beside each other. And we're going to market this film solely around them.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with
The actual wedding that happened.
the film. Just them. Who gives a fuck about the plot? This is a film where you're going to get to see Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney make out, and that is marketing right there. Women, you want to come and watch Glen Powell, you come and watch Glen Powell. Men, you want to come and watch Sydney Sweeney, you watch Sydney Sweeney. Girls, you want to watch the romance, well, your boyfriend will want to watch it too, because Sydney Sweeney's in it. Plenty of full awkward conversations coming between every couple that ever wanted to watch this film. So anyway, in 2024, in like January, I invited Ren up here to watch Anyone But You because she wanted to watch it. And she was very annoyed that I wanted to watch it because you just assume as a woman that your man's going to be into Sydney Sweeney. I don't give a fuck about Sydney Sweeney, I think she's got an annoying voice. That's my main complaint of the film Anyone But You is her voice really started to get to me. Whereas Glen's is just so effortlessly fucking cool. And I was like, no, I'm watching Glen. And then...
I'm here for the lesbian couple.
Yeah, always rooting for them. But yeah, I'm just purely backing Glen. Look at the man. Look at the fucking man.
Some boy, so he is.
Yeah.
I am actually just looking at Glen.
When he got his top off, I was like, man, Glen's got his top off. This is terribly
ball
exciting.
naked.
I was even more excited to see
Right.
Glen Man Bum. We got to see it in The Running Man as well. I bet you look even more Jack in The Running Man. He ran around with his towel on for like
You know
obnoxiously
when-
long amounts of time.
Right, I generally thought he in The Running Man.
We were gonna get balls.
I thought, right, you know when the presenter, quite the fruity guy that's always presenting the actual
Oh, yeah.
show, and he was like, you know, what's he gonna do? You can, he said like, you can scream, you can swear, you can swing your dick around the in front of the camera or whatever. See when he was in front of the fucking sign, that nearly fell on him. The Y shows a Y, pretty funny. I smirked at that. I thought he was just going to do that, like swing his dick around the place for the camera.
I'd been here for that.
But that didn't happen.
I'd been here for that.
So we would have seen Glen Powell doing that, but like,
I'm obnoxiously into Glen.
I think we all have not just into both.
No?
I'm looking at Sydney Sweeney this time.
Ren didn't believe me that I wasn't in Sydney Sweeney for like the longest time, and I was like, I've been incredibly annoying. But also very fucking funny. So when I brought up we needed to watch Madam Web, she was like, that's a Sydney Sweeney film, and I was like, I literally could not care less.
Should have just said something like, yes, that's why I'm here. Or
Well,
it
she
would have,
then
or it would have caused some kind of like...
No, it was even better when she wanted to watch Twisters, and I was like, oh my god, yes please. Because Twisters is like 2 hours of Glen.
2 hours of Glen.
And I spent the entire time being like, oh my god, he's an American national hero. And if he's not, he should be. He should be.
That is just... He's played, like, in most films he's played so far, he's like a national hero.
Yes.
He should just be the next Captain America after
No.
that one guy.
No, he should just be Glen Powell. It's alright, he's got like 2 or 3 years left in the sunset before his
Before his controversies.
before his big star run falls out. Anyway, Josh White, we're about to get into the film, and by the film I mean more discussion about Sydney Sweeney and Glen Powell and then the events of the plot. But before we get into the film, I have some questions for you.
Right.
That's right, I found a quiz. Yeah!
Quiz.
So,
I forgot about the quiz.
the enemies to lovers is what you would call love trope, right?
Okay.
So I want to know what your love trope is with your hypothetical crush.
Okay.
How did you first notice your hypothetical crush?
When did I first notice them?
Yeah.
Not like meet them or see them. Notice.
Yeah. Over time, little by little, they grew on me. The second I saw them, my heart flipped. We clashed right away. Arguments, teasing. We're so different, it surprised me.
See this.
I hope you appreciate how I read it.
Did you first...
It's because of the image. Like, the woman up there is like the prime woman to write a quiz like this.
Fuck's sake. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I'm going to be using her as my hypothetical crush, by the way. So you can
Looks like something fucking Twilight.
Just 'cause
So this means like, how did you first realise that is your crush? That you
Yes.
fancy them.
Staring.
Over time, little by little, they grew on me.
Oh, that's so exciting. What we got next? What's the vibe when you two are in the same room? How does this work? Snarky comments, playful fighting. Weird but fun energy, like chaos and calm colliding. Warm but subtle, like something slowly unfolding. Sparks instantly fly, cannot look away.
What? What's the vibe when you're two in the same? Snarky comments. Sparks instantly fly, as in like as soon as you see them in the room,
You can't.
you are like talking and all that.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, we'll go for warm but subtle.
How do you usually interact?
It solely depends of who I fancy though.
Well, this is your hypothetical crush, Josh, right?
How
How do you usually interact? Challenging each other constantly? Laughing at how different we are? Comfortable? Casual? Nothing too dramatic? Nervous glances and butterflies? Ooh. Ooh. It's not a butterfly, it's more like a shy butterfly. Yeah, it's my shy butterfly.
We'll go for comfortable, casual, nothing too dramatic, because I can't talk for the life of me.
What's their reaction when they see you? They tilt their head. How are we even friends? They smile softly, almost secretly. They light up immediately. They smirk like they're ready to fight. Am I your hypothetical crush in this situation?
Fucking no, man. Smile softly.
Almost secretly.
Almost secretly.
What's your favourite type of conversation with them? Random silly topics that show our differences. Flirty one-liners that make my heart pound. Heated debates that end with laughter. A bullshit. Long late-night talks that go deeper. A bullshit.
So let me introduce you to a game called Kill Your Friends.
It's a callback.
Random silly topics that show our differences.
Josh, what are you going to say? Hypothetical crush having a great time. How does your hypothetical crush make you feel?
Make me feel
Breathless, like time stops. Frustrated, but in a good way. Curious because they're nothing like me. Safe, like they've always been there.
safe like they've always been there. Or something.
That's what I've clicked for you. What do you imagine a big moment with them happening? During a random hangout gone chaotic. Somewhere quiet like a walk home. At a party or crowded event, eyes meeting across the room. In the middle of a heated argument. Ah, fucking it!
Somewhere quiet like a walk home.
How would your friends describe your dynamic? That's a good question. You two just click instantly. You argue way too much. You're literally total opposites. It's so obvious, but you're both slow.
You two just shouldn't click instantly. Or something.
Josh, wait.
What about it?
Hypothetical crush?
I'm just something very random.
What's the biggest challenge in your story? Learning to see past the arguments. Figuring out how to blend two worlds. Having the patience to wait for love to grow. Not knowing if the feeling is real. or
Now
just
that is an
moment.
interesting question. That's an interesting one. What's your biggest challenge in your story? I don't blame two worlds having the patience to weep. Go for the last one. Not knowing if the feeling is real.
But yeah. How do they show affection? Teasing and little challenges. Right. 15 press-ups now.
Aye, like
Random surprises that don't match their personality. Right. 15 press-ups now. Subtle actions. Quiet care. Bold.
5 press-ups.
Cheeky. Gestures. Right away.
No flashy. Fuck.
Just because that's what you want. Yes, sick fuck.
Gallus and that. Or you could recall, review, Ramble, or something. I don't know.
Right.
With them. The fuck, man. Subtle actions. Quiet care.
What we got here? Oh, what's your love language around them? Joking plus doing things together. Listening plus small thoughtful actions. Compliments plus eye contact. Banter.
Banter.
I'm just going to leave it as banter.
Right, we're going for the banter.
A little bit
Like-
of banter.
Like, I know English people use that word as well, but Ken, just a bit of banter, mate. A bit of fucking banter.
What drama scene fits you most? Eyes meeting across the room, shouting in the rain, then laughing,
No.
falling over each other in chaos. A long silence, then finally holding hands. It's a much tamer quiz than we're used to this one.
Except it's like, I can't picture a thing with it. Eyes meeting across the room. Or something.
What's the dream ending of your story?
To get with them? I don't know.
Laughing together until your differences fade away. Growing old together, never rushing. Confession under the stars. Sudden kiss. Realising all of the fights were love all along. What a heartbreaking question 13, there's 2 more to go. I feel like we've peaked on this question.
Growing old together, never rushing. Confession under the stars. Laughing together until your differences fade.
Is that what we're going with?
Fuck it, yeah.
How would your crush describe you?
A fucking idiot. Yeah.
Totally different but magnetic. Reliable and comforting. Fascinating and unforgettable. Annoying but irresistible.
You stop saying the prompts like this, please. But with 14 fucking questions and it's just a walk in the stars. In the rain, laughing together. Totally different but magnetic.
Alright, we're on final question. Last scene. What do you imagine is your big moment? Stop me if you think you've heard this one before. A kiss in the middle of an argument. A ridiculous situation ending in laughter and love. A soft, long-awaited confession that feels natural. They finally confess the second they can't hold back. See, what reading did you prefer? Did you prefer me or did you prefer podcast voice or soft voice is what I'm asking you.
Wait. Soft, long-awaited confession that feels natural.
Josh White,
Right, what
your love trope with your crush is the slow burn.
the slow burn.
Love isn't rushed. With them, it's soft glances, quiet moments, and steady growth. One day you'll look back and realise you loved them all along. It's patient, deep, and worth every second of waiting.
That sounds quite right. You know? Because, well, don't bringe, right? I bringed one time.
Bringe.
And if I didn't bringe, it might have been a bit more different. Based on an actual true story.
Every crush feels like a story waiting to be told. Is yours the spark of love at first sight? The fiery pull of enemies to lovers? The balance of opposites or the gentle glow of a slow burn? Published 7 weeks ago, by the way. Anyway,
What's your
this
answers?
woman here is going to be my hypothetical crush for this scenario. Okay, Joshua, get a good look at the
Yes.
woman.
Want me to read them to you?
This sounds like Josh White just wants to read things back to me in a more seductive way than I did to him.
Well, I mean,
I'd like you
yes,
to pretend to be this woman.
I'm this woman.
Yes.
No, right. Question 1. How did you first notice your crush?
It's not she says.
Over time, little by little, they grew on me. The second I saw them, my heart flipped. Clash right away. Arguments, teasing. We're so different. It surprised me.
I'm gonna go with over time, little by little, they grew on me. Because like she doesn't seem like she'd initially be my cup of tea. She gives me the kind of vibe of somebody that writes quizzes on about enemies to lovers tropes.
Uses a lot of filters. Question 2. What's the vibe when you two are in the same room? Sparks instantly fly. Can't look away.
No.
Snarky comments. Playful fighting. Weird but fun energy. Like chaos. And camp gliding. Warm but subtle. Like something slowly unfolding.
I think option 2, I feel like
Snarky comments.
I'd rip the absolute shit out of her for writing these romance quizzes, and then she'd go, yeah, but you sit with one of your friends and research romance movies for a podcast. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're right.
Fair enough. Question 3. How do you usually interact? Nervous glances, but powerful eyes. Challenging each other constantly.
I don't think she has that much.
Laughing at how different we are. Comfortable, casual, and nothing too dramatic.
I think number 1. I think butterflies, man. I think I'm a bit off put by this. Not even off put. I think I'm a bit like, like I don't know. You're different, aren't you?
Indeed. Question 4. What's their reaction when they see you? They smirk like they're ready to fight. They tilt their head like, how are we even friends? They smile softly, almost secretly. They light up immediately.
I reckon option 3. I reckon she's getting into me.
That's pretty good.
She's got to be into me for this entire thing to work.
Bit of confidence in there as well. What's your type of favourite type of conversation with them? Random, silly topics that show our differences. Flirty one-liners.
Do you play the
That make my heart pound.
Because I play the PlayStation.
Heated debates that end with laughter. Long, late-night talks that
it's-
go deeper.
It's long late night talks to go deeper. I don't think myself and Ren have slept.
True. How did your crush make you feel? Breathless, like time stops. Frustrated, but in a good way. Curious, because they're nothing like me. Safe, like they've always been there.
I'm very curious by this. She's wearing like a little white cardigan. Anyway, I'm curious. She's got Uggs in the background of the photo, and it really annoys me the fact that she didn't like move them.
And a table.
A table's fine, there's tables in houses, but it's the fact that
shoes.
it's the fact that they are more photo than her.
True. Where do you imagine a big moment with them happening? Somewhere quiet, like a walk home. A party, a crowd. Party? Party.
At the party.
Or crowded event. Eyes meeting across the room. In the middle of a heated argument. Or during a random hangout. Gone chaotic.
Oh, alright, we've got a very chaotic hangout happening, right? Like,
Just sex then.
what do you mean just sex then?
How would your friends describe your dynamic?
How are
So
you
how am I
Yeah, Josh,
describing?
you're
How am I?
you're
I'm
taking
answering this question.
Yeah, inform me. Like, how is me and...
I should have asked you
What's your
that
name?
actually.
What's her name? Well, I didn't know who your hypothetical crush was, and if you were basing it off something real, said it not to pry. And whereas I'm basing it off something directly fake, we're going to call it Josie.
Okay, so how would I describe your dynamic? So obvious, but you're both slow as fuck. You two just click instantly, mate. Like, come on. You argue way too much, mate. Don't fucking work out, asshole.
She's a bit boring.
Oh, you're literally total opposites, pal.
Pal.
Oh, shit! You're...
It's funny because this is a real person. Actually, I might not make it funny.
So you argue way too much.
Probably. Okay.
What's the biggest challenge in your story?
I bet you she likes Oasis.
Having the patience to wait for love to grow.
I can't.
Not knowing if the feeling is real or just a moment.
I enjoy the fact that since I took the question for you, the answers have swapped places.
Yeah, because I know the just the moment question was last. I just clicked that as well. Learning to see past the arguments or figuring out how to blend two worlds.
Oh, we be blending them worlds, boy.
Indeed. Crossover episode.
The questions are also in a different order, aren't they?
Yes. How do they show affection? Subtle actions, quiet care. Bold gestures right away. Teasing and wee challenges.
Right.
Random surprises that don't match their personality.
I reckon she's a teaser and challenger. Like, I reckon she's just going to be like, you've got 15 days to...
The Blue Whale Challenge.
I think you've got 15 days to commit suicide.
Plot twist, she actually is fucking deranged and belongs in the Ailsa.
Well, that might be the case.
Look at her. What's your love language around them? Banter. Or we'll go for patter.
Dance.
We'll go for the patter.
Oh, mate,
Plus
I'm
pushing
patter.
their buttons.
I'll push our buttons.
Joe, do I just go for... You going for the patter?
Yeah, I'm vetoing this. I'm ripping off the shreds.
Yeah.
Verbally.
Which... I had to specify.
Well, we've just talked about the Blue Whale Challenge, mate. I felt like we would...
Fair enough. Which drama scene fits you most?
Oh, this is the question I've been waiting for.
Eyes meeting across the room.
Can I imagine?
Shouting in the rain, but laughing. Falling over each other in chaos.
That's not happening. This is not
A
kissing.
long silence.
Yeah, fuck it.
And then holding hands.
Yeah, fuck it. A long silence and holding hands. That's the one that made me feel something.
What's the dream ending to your story?
Another hypothetical.
This is fucking question 15 in mine, wasn't it? Confession under the stars. Sudden kiss. Mwah. Realising that all fights were love all along. Laughing together until your differences fade. Growing old together. Never rushing.
Under the stars, man. I reckon she's into astrology.
Billy?
Fucking everything should be to do with Billy, man. Miss Billy.
How would your crush describe you? Annoying but irresistible.
I like
Totally
Tomaso.
different but magnetic.
I like Tomaso.
Reliable, comforting. Fascinating but unforgettable.
What's she saying about me here, right? Because I would say I'm, completely unforgettable.
To an extent, we are all unforgettable. To everyone that we have ever loved or has loved
I
us.
think we're gonna play up being a dick and we're gonna be annoying but irresistible. I reckon that's what she thinks of me.
It's just you, mate.
Exactly.
It's just you.
I know.
Should have done this, but with each other.
I will fuck you.
Last scene.
I'm toe fucking you right now.
Ah! Aye, under the blankets now. Don't clap that. What do you imagine as your big moment? Last scene. A kiss in the middle of an argument. A ridiculous situation ending in laughter and love. A soft, long-awaited confession. It feels natural.
So right, I'm picturing for that, it's just like a sauce in it.
What bit are you on?
It's the payoff to the what bit are you on?
What bit are you on? fucking
Like,
hype.
what bet are you on is the best bet of all time?
Because it's fucking true. They
God,
finally,
I really hope we meet Valance soon. I want the payoff.
they finally confess the second they can't hold back.
Argument makeout session, mate. We're going to be arguing about like politics or something. Then we're going to fuck.
Right. Do you want to know your trope? Enemies to lovers.
I've done it once before, apparently I'll do it again.
You bicker, you argue, you roll your eyes, and yet beneath it all your hearts beat the same. Every fight only brings you closer. Every smirk hides a secret longing. Love has been hiding in your rivalry.
Sounds exactly like me and Ren's relationship right there, absolutely. Except it was kind of all love for me and all hate from her. It was great.
All love from you.
Yeah.
And all life I have heard.
Oh,
That's sad.
I don't know.
I don't know if that. You need booking.com, but on your laptop.
To crack out we go. Right, anyway, the film itself. The play-by-play in colour, we've got an hour or something.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney runs towards a cafe. A nice looking cafe as well, by the way.
Yeah. Pretty alright.
And she's wearing like, she's meant to be relatable to like your casual goofy girls, you know, like she's meant to be the quirk, the walking embodiment of quirk.
Literally the only thing that I could tell that she ever did that made me get that impression was the fact that she just was so clumsy.
Yeah,
Tripped over.
Exactly.
Like, but she was only like that in the first half of the film.
Yep.
Like at the very start, she was all
look at
clumsy
me.
and
I'm trying to be a lawyer, but I'm clumsy.
she was cute and clumsy and
Relatable.
meat cute and all that shit, and then she
Yes.
just turns into mad rat independent woman, and like as soon as the great fallout happened, which was like 15 minutes into the film.
She's wearing a white shirt that's like half tucked in, half out, buttons undone just to show that she's also sexy.
She's freaky.
She tries to piss, right? Because she's just like every other girl on the planet. They do need to pee. And then she tries to buy something because it's a customers only. But the queue to be in the customers is too long. There's an abnormally hot man in the queue. And then she hits the worker with a cold hard bit of the law because Sydney Sweeney is a nerd. And she's like, actually, you have to give me this key. It's illegal for you to do. These jobsworths, right? These are the kind of jobsworths. But if you had a group saver, they would count every single fucking person as you walk through the gate.
I had a job's worth, and that, you know what? Nah, I don't know if that would, if I'd be allowed to say.
You can't tell a story about a jobsworth from your own work. That's
Yeah,
That's
I don't
mad.
think I don't think that's
jobsworths you just experience in the wild and have to be like, mate, it's no fucking real.
Mate, you're literally finished in 10 minutes.
Like,
just go home.
Just gear the key and
Just go
let her
home right
piss.
now. Just clock out.
Just gear the key and let her piss. Just because you want your fucking 5 minutes of fame, hoping that you can kickstart a wee enemies to lovers relationship with Sydney Sweeney here, like,
Hey,
pipe down.
give him the chance.
True, it's actually more advantageous to like
Being a
be an arsehole to Sydney Sweeney.
true, just a wee bit.
That was what she was into during your
But if you're an arsehole to Glen Powell, fuck,
he'll fuck you up.
he will
Yeah.
fuck you.
I mean, if you left out the up bit there, I'd be quite into that sentence. Typical meet cute coming up. Like, this is example meet cute right here. Like, in a coffee shop. Bumping
Roll
into
credits.
each other.
That's it.
Glenn pretends they are together, offering her a tea so that she can get the toilet pass. Much like jobsworths. I guess I was very annoyed when I was taking these notes. Toilet passes at like schools and like keys and that bullshit annoys me. Like, just let me piss. Like,
Yeah.
why do I have to have a fob to get through the door? Why do I get
Fob.
trapped? Why do I need to have a pass that says I'm allowed to go to the toilet? No, I should just be able to piss because I'm a fucking...
You know the amount of times engaged in primary when I needed to piss, can I get the fob? Please, missus, it's been 2 hours. It's been an hour and a half since lunchtime, and I've had...
It wouldn't even matter if it was 10 minutes.
And I've had juice. Please, like, you went for it. You should have pissed an hour ago. But I was busting.
Exactly. See if it was 5 minutes after lunch, I still don't give a fuck. I didn't need to piss then, I need to piss now. And also, more importantly, if I was playing wrestling with my friends, I was not going to interrupt the World Heavyweight Championship match just to go and piss, when I could do that during the first 5 minutes of topic, of which was just a bunch of people handing out glue sticks. I don't need to be there
True.
when there's just people handing out glue sticks. And do you know what? See, if I'm at the toilet,
Oh, no,
I've
no,
not been picked to hand out
The 10
glue
minutes, the 10
sticks.
minutes silent reading, that was...
Oh, mate, I pissed myself.
You know what
during
really
that.
fucking annoyed me, man? See, when I was like bringing like silent reading time, you had that fucking Tweedledee next to me, right? Who would always complain about everything to me, right? About me, right? See, if I did something, she'd fucking hate it. Probably no.
Who's Tweedledee?
Insert person here that probably don't want to mention because, like, you know. But like, I brought like my Pokemon cards in, right? Just to have a flick through. It was my thing, right? I enjoyed flicking through my Pokemon cards in my fucking binder in my cover that I created, right? And I was flicking through them, looking at the photos, reading the little prompts, reading the little Pokédex entries at the bottom. You had fucking Tweedledee next to me going, "That's not a real book." And I'm like, I turn around to her and I go, "Why do you give a shit?"
I hate jobsworths.
She was the Jobsworth of Kincaid's and Primary if she was in the fucking class. And I was like, who genuinely cares? And then you had Tweedledee's pal in front of me and Connor Young going, "Yeah, it's not a real book." And I'm like, okay, I know it's not a real book, but I'm looking at it's my book, shut up.
I don't want to read.
Anyway, the fob, right? So I was like, you know, busting for a piss, needing like the toilet or whatever. Somehow, I think you could open the door to go into the toilet, like without the fob, but you can't come back in.
You
with
just
the
get
fob.
trapped, yeah.
Yeah, it was weird like that. So it was like, it was weird because I would get trapped from the toilet side all the time. I need in. And like implying that I didn't need the fob to get to the toilet, which was kind of like, because imagine like, yeah,
It's stupid.
it's stupid because, well, you would rather have it the other way around so that no children would, I don't know, run away from the primary school. And then that's when the school would get in trouble. But like, you can just escape the school if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
But you can't come back in.
No.
You're trapped. Help me, please. You'd get fucking Mrs. Robertson from the other class. Or the library, yeah. And then they would maybe let you in with a grunged look on their face. Anyway, why have I got the computer?
I should hope you type the name of Tweedledee so I could read it for fun. And then immediately just say another name. This is a lengthy ass name this person has. Oh, what a couple of pricks.
Yeah, a wee bit. And Connor Young. I can name him. I can name him on the podcast, it's fine. Need to give a fuck.
That is my neighbour, kind of.
Neighbour, kind of.
No, yeah. Gran lives next door. Anyway, oh my god.
Get to.
They meet and it was cute.
Because
Glen looks after her coat whilst she pees. Glen has some insane confidence.
and
on him.
he's also quite like, you know, I don't know about that kind of oblivious type at the start. Like she's really clumsy, and like and he's like a bit oblivious. Like what could possibly be going on in that bathroom? Probably washing her hands. Probably.
She pees.
And then
Because she's just like every other girl, and she calls Hallie. She then wassles the sink, right? Because you know the Willy Wassel sports bar and restaurant sink. You push that tap, it goes everywhere, and I come out looking like I've just been on like one of those Blackpool boat
and then
rides.
you come in, you're just looking bladder area covered in piss. And you-
Alright, Dublin plane.
Yeah, and then you come back into the bathroom, out of order. Middle sink, out of order.
She wassles the sink and sprays water on her crotch. Then she has an over-the-top reaction, like, come on, pal, just embrace it. Like,
I would have been like, walked it. She would have walked it.
I'd
I'd be
just
like,
been
you
like-
piss yourself.
I'd have just been like, that stupid sink.
No, I'd just say I pissed myself.
Exactly. I'd go and I'd file a complaint to that woman that wouldn't give me the key and said, look what happened. Now I've pissed myself. But
Give me money.
Instead, we have to have a comedy bit where she dries herself in awkward positions.
Yes.
Like at one point, she is like underneath the hairdryer. That's a thing that happens.
Yeah.
The hairdryer, which is not going to work. It really does feel like it's just, let's put Sydney Sweeney in embarrassing, relatable human moments. She at one point takes her jeans off, holds them up to the hand dryer, and they balloon inflate.
Very nice.
That's not real. That's not how that would work. Toilet side quests, right, will always be legendary. Like any form of side quest.
I think you've talked about yours before.
I've peaked with my toilet side quest.
Yeah. Except that was to do with shit. That was just a shit situation.
Anyway,
Shit.
she's holding her jeans there, Josh. Like, what do you know about Sydney Sweeney and her jeans?
Wait.
Oh, mate.
Is this an article? Fuck me.
Sydney Sweeney's good jeans ad.
Anything but you. Anyone but you is a fucking advert.
In one of several videos for American Eagle's ad campaigns, Sweeney delivers a little talk about DNA. Do you remember earlier when we were talking about how Sydney Sweeney basically became the embodiment of American men and the death of wokeness?
Sure.
That's what all those articles were about, essentially, was
The death of woke.
Anyway, she says in these articles, she says in this advert about genes, genes are passed down from parents to offsprings, often determining traits like hair colour, personality, and even eye colour. My genes are blue, Sydney Sweeney concludes, with the ad delivering the now infamous line, Sydney Sweeney has good genes.
I mean, yeah. Suppose she does.
What colour?
Can't deny that.
What colour Sydney Sweeney's hair? It's blonde.
Like, yeah, it's
What
blonde,
colour
but
are her eyes?
It's like brownish.
What colour are her eyes?
I don't know.
They are blue.
Okay.
So that is a blonde hair, blue eyed, very attractive woman saying she's got good genes. Is that not what Hitler wanted from the world? Is that not what Trump's outlook on the world should be? So anyway, that led to online progressive commentators disturbed by the ad, criticising the Euphoria staff for catering to the male gaze. Other viewers focused on the good genes of conventionally attractive blue-eyed blonde women as some kind of eugenistic dog whistle.
Nice.
Many criticised and pushed back against the clip, which sparked counter-reaction from content creators who heralded the ad as cultural victory. This writer who reached out to American Eagle via email for comment. While some viewed the American Eagle ad as reflecting something unpleasant about the current moment, it could also be considered as something of nostalgia culture. The ad is explicitly a remake of a controversial Brooke Shields ad from the 80s, shot when she was only 15 years old. How the fuck does this go to non-binary Mr. Potato Head? This article goes on to talk about non-binary Mr. Potato Head.
Articles are weird.
They really are. Oh, we're coming up on the good shit. Well, some expressed disappointment in Sweeney for leaning into sex appeal to sell her products, such as her bathwater soap. Others commended Sweeney for capitalising on her brand, noting that she was one of few non-Nepo baby stars out there. What seemed like small outrage, largely contained on X, eventually spread to the rest of the internet. On TikTok, Doja Cat joined the discourse, mocking Sweeney's jeans monologue with an exaggerated southern accent. A fucking artist who did bad things. The Late Show host Stephen Colbert discussed the controversy after playing the clip in his show, saying, "Some people look at this and they're seeing something sinister, saying that jeans, denim wordplay in an ad featuring a white blonde woman means American Eagle could be promoting eugenics, white supremacy and Nazi propaganda."
Right.
That might
Folk
be a bit,
overthink so fucking much.
Reaction.
They could literally take a picture of me and literally try and piece together how I could possibly be a filthy Nazi.
Although Hitler did briefly model for Mein Kampf jeans. The White House even commented on the controversy, with Stephen Chung describing the backlash as cancel culture ran amok. This warped, moronic and dense liberal thinking is the reason Americans voted the way they did in 2024. They're tired of this bullshit. It's all ads. It seems all the way down we're doomed to endure the endless discourse about what demographic is being targeted by corporate Americans' newest campaign. My stance on this, Josh White, I don't know why I'm going to defend Sydney Sweeney. I've not looked really into what her take on all of this bullshit is. I think she has said some weird ass shit, Like, she may or may not be racist, which may or may not back the fact that her blue-eyed, blonde-haired, basically the Southern American's dream, she might actually just be that. Don't know. I've not done research into that. I feel like
I didn't ever think it, if I'm being honest.
she is now the face of a movement, basically. It's like there's all these ideas about what America was and still is, because Trump is the fucking president, and what it should be. And Sydney Sweeney, unfortunately, is now the blue-eyed, blonde-haired embodiment of the two mixing. Women empowerment, but also America, fuck yeah. We've got Hooters girls, essentially. And she Hooters, Josh White, is a restaurant in America.
I think I know.
Yes. Hooters, another word for tits. Where their staff walk around with tits and really short shorts.
Oh, right. I had no idea, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, Hooters is just great.
Is that why it's called Hooters?
Yes. Hooters girls. See?
Oh, right.
Just grim.
That's why it's called Hooters.
Hey, Josh White.
Sydney, Australia. That's where it all happened as well. Sydney, Australia. That's quite amusing.
Sydney Sweeney is one of the most sought-after stars in Hollywood.
I love text-to-speech.
And this blonde bombshell is also becoming one of the most popular sex symbols in the entertainment industry. Sydney is coming off the success of Anyone But You, a romantic comedy that performed much better at the box office than many Hollywood insiders predicted.
This is so fun.
And now clips from her appearance this past weekend on Saturday Night Live have gone viral, particularly clips of her Hooters sketch. This shouldn't be a surprise, of course, as Sydney is not shy about showing her ample cleavage and curves. The Hooters sketch plays on the stereotype of the attractive but clumsy waitress.
She is basically embodying the character of blonde, big tit, blue-eyed, clumsy women in all of her work. Which is really weird, because there's an interview where she says, I don't want to be that stereotype.
Either she changed her mind, or
seems to have changed her mind.
Because, like, money, or something.
Anyway, I'm just going to cue this for later, this SNL speech. I know we're going to back through some film, that's been enough talk about Sydney Sweeney for now. She leaves the toilet and gets her tea and bread. She thanks Glen for not stealing her coat. She says bye-bye. She walks away. He notices that she has the classic toilet paper attached to her. So he's like, hey. And she's like, you can ask me out now? And he's like, yeah. He's Ben. She's B. He removes the toilet paper. They walk and talk with their coffees. Nice trees they walk under. Intercut with them cooking. She did gymnastics and she's training to be a lawyer.
Roasted cheese.
And grilled cheese, yeah. And he's in the stocks. That's all we'll know about his job going forward. She's like, I don't know if I want to be a lawyer. And then she compares Ben to a serial killer. And they both, at this point, have mega unbuttoned shirts on.
Quite true, that one, yeah.
And like every time you see them, the buttons go like down more.
So you did that one night?
Well, actually, that's based on me doing it another night at a gaff with Ren when we were interviewing to Lovering.
Ah.
And I brought the bit back because I was warm and someone joked I should do it, so I did it. Anyway, we then get the... Oh yeah, fuck! That night when I unbuttoned all the shirts was also the night that me and Ren conceived Billy.
Conceived Billy?
Well worded. Anyway, Glen has a giant tool. And he also has a big wrench.
He's also a bit of a tool.
Pat was wondering if he could put his giant tool in my box.
Is that a sex joke?
It's a... Well, gag.
Oh.
He says his mum gave it to him. No matter how broken something is, it can always be fixed. I assume his mother is dead. He also has an ATM in his room.
Money.
What's that fucking story?
Like random ornaments in the house.
She sits on him.
She does.
She wakes on the couch spooning with him, and she leaves making a noise, waking him, who's sad because she no strings attached him. You're right, Josh, right? This movie kicks off with a no strings attached style relationship between the two characters. What happens after the no strings attaching? Well, that's the friend, enemies to friend, lovers. She calls Haley, praising him, being like, man, he's so fucking cool. And like, I had such a nice time. Then Pete rocks up and he is like, you cooked? Double meaning.
Yeah, he cooked, as in he
Yep.
cooked food, and then he also cooked.
He is like, why the fuck did I leave? So she goes back. How is being new to relationships? Like, she just...
Yeah, how did she just, like...
She says on the
She
phone,
just
I'm
ran
new to
away.
this kind of thing.
Like, she ran away, but, like... Why?
Pete says, Ben, you are in love. Ben says, couldn't get rid of her fast enough. And, like, she was sad, and, like, she, like, walked out, and, like... Nah, she's a prick. And that's the right moment when she walks in the doorway, which was open, and it's like, oh, I heard all of that. There's your misunderstanding. Where is
Enemies
Ben's
to lovers.
house?
Or no, enemies.
Because, like, Ben's house has unknown geography.
Glasgow, probably.
Bizarre. Anyway, the
Cool.
classic. This film features from the classic one conversation can fix the entire plot. If they, I don't know, had a conversation. And then, written on the wall, as she walks past it, is the words, "Here's much to do with hate, but more to do with love." William Shakespeare. Which takes us on to Much Ado About Nothing, which is, of course, the inspiration of Anyone But You, the Shakespeare play,
Yes.
story, thing, which thankfully is not loading, so we're going to skip it because I guarantee you it's boring because Shakespeare's involved. We then get establishing shots of some locations. 6 months later, in a very busy bar, I don't know, we'll call it the Smoke and Go, Claudia and Haley meet Pete and Ben. Claudia and Haley are now girlfriends. She's awkward, Claudia is cool. That's their relationship in a nutshell. B is summoned over, Haley's sister. The Anyone But You's face off and trade petty sneaking out disaster comments. The friends all watch on from a distance as they bicker. They have some decent patter. The friends fill in the Jonathan exposition about how, like, they are back together and now they're engaged, and like that's the guy that he met when they were on a break and all that pish. Fuck knows. They could just have had this one conversation. It's the big flaw of romance movies. Anyway, I was going to say movies in general, but also just life. Like, all problems, I reckon, in relationships can be fixed with one conversation in life, but that never happens. People don't talk. Anyways, they're drinking Stella.
They argue instead.
B's engaged. Pete genuinely sees through the back of her head. Because he's like, did she just call him a bitch? I don't know. You're looking at the back of her head, mate. From the other side of the bar. Anyway, title card. But we can see through it, right? Kinda cool, I think, bro. Because it just seems like anytime Sydney Sweeney doesn't know what to say, she just goes, bro.
But doesn't Glen go...
Glencoe does go bro at one point.
Wait, is he called Ben in this film as well?
Yes.
I just clicked because her name's B and I know there's a bit of alliteration.
Wedding.
He's Burn.
Invite video. Bit of art right there. We meet mum and dad of Claudia and they're getting married in Sydney, Australia. And she was watching that video, right? She was watching that video on her MacBook at this angle. Because it was facing, because we see the video, right? And she's watching it. And then she picks it up from this side and closes it. She was showing it to the camera. That did not make any fucking sense.
I don't know what's that, if I'm being honest.
Anyway, Glen gets on the plane. It's a 16-hour flight ahead. Sydney is sat all the way at the back. Not Sydney, Australia, where they're going, but Sydney Sweeney, the actress. Anyway, she eats crisps. Glen goes over to speak to her. Crisps just being crisps. And it's crazy that they're on the same flight. The guy
Flight
beside...
is in a plane, not one that's been fucking hijacked.
Guy beside Sydney has the same jacket as I do.
Does he?
Yeah.
What jacket?
See the kind of furry one with it bit around the neck.
And it's kind of beigey colour.
Yeah.
Like the rest of, yeah.
B dumped Jonathan before the flight. Nothing small about Glen. Old boy be like, what the fuck? Imagine this, like, Joshua, just it's in this moment when I had a thinking. See, instead of going to, like, the wedding in Australia and, like, bickering at the wedding, like, what if their enemies to lover story was because this became, like, someone hijacked the plane and it became, like, a plane crash movie? And we did get that flight double meaning. Would it be more interesting?
Maybe.
Anyway,
Perhaps.
Sydney Sweeney, on this flight, was listening to a Life Help Authentic Life podcast. Don't be a life coach. Anyways, she heads to the toilet and sees Glen pampered out in a cookie beside him in his first class area. She then gets the cookie and is now stuck over
Starts
him.
fucking him.
And then it's another awkward situation. So the solution is to position her ass to his face and then strip. With a cookie in her mouth, I'm not joking. And then look, again, we're trying not to sexualise Sydney Sweeney. That was one of the goals of this movie. Let's not sexualise Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, they failed fucking miserably, didn't they?
Imagine just waking up and being under that. Like, imagine Glen just, like, takes his fucking eye mask off and just sees an ass in his face with Sydney Sweeney eating a cookie on top of him. All of a sudden, I think he would be like, actually, no, I'm into her. So maybe they didn't need a conversation. Maybe he just needed to wake up.
You just need to wake up and the fucking credits rolled. That was it.
Anyway, she gets her jacket stuck, and as one woman does, B begins to thrust to pull out her jacket, making the whole thing a sex joke. And then she hears something coming from his headphones. Feel the rain on your skin.
No one else can.
What the fuck? Good song. She's like, what the fuck? Then a woman is like, from the other side.
But she's just like, you know what? Have fun, used to.
They arrive and Pete is there to pick Ben and B up. Pete then gives balloons to a family.
A family.
He has balloons and he just gives them to a family. That will never be addressed. We get some Australian drone shots. It's a nice car that Peter drives, kind of old-fashioned Sunbeam-esque. They are all staying at the same place. The song Blame It On You plays. It's just like Forza 3 Byron Bay house they pull up to is what I've noted here. They get to the house and the dog is cool. The conglomerate are like, right, to the beach. And then she's like, that's the same reason I slowed down at a car crash. That's a great line. Oh, that was Ben's line, sorry. They now have to share a room and a bed. Oh no!
God forbid.
I think they could have made this movie A, funnier and B, better if the reason they had to share a bed is because they initially had like single beds. And then, I don't know, say B pisses the bed because she gets drunk on night 1. And then on night 2 they have to share the
she's
bed.
good at pissing herself.
Well, it'd be a play on the fact that she pisses. And women piss and she's relatable, right? Women piss the bed too. Anyway, B and Hallie just strip and run off to the ocean to swim or something, sure. Then Claudia, she loves the shit out of her and she wants to marry the bitch. And then Glen's ex Margaret is conveniently there and on the beach and naked.
It's the first young person called Margaret I've ever seen.
True.
Like, it's just weird saying Margaret. I was expecting like some old one.
Then Margaret.
And then become this weird like bit that didn't actually come to anything. It was just funny, haha, lol, because she's old.
Yep.
But no, she's very young.
Margaret has so she puts her bikini on and somehow it looks like she's still not wearing anything. And then I think she puts it on upside down.
Probably.
That's Ryan's analysis for you. B says in the water, I'm never leaving. Mum now thinks she's Australian and Dad keeps pointing out every little detail that's different. Man, what a fucking, anytime my mum and Dad were in Spain, it's like, Mum's like, my mum is now Spanish and Dad is like,
Pint.
This tenant's pool slightly different. B doesn't believe in soulmates. I, again, don't like Margaret. Oh yeah, Bo, the brain-dead surfer Australian man, rocks up. And he's a brain-dead surfer Australian guy, but I will praise him later for something. B gets her confirmation of withdrawal from the uni, and parents are pressuring her about uni and relationships, like most movie parents. B is sad in the bathroom. Ben doom scrolls his past relationship on Facebook. The two meet in the hallway as they walk to
Facebook,
dinner.
no less.
The two meet in the hallway as they walk to dinner right in time for the speech because they are like Western main characters. Bo drinks through the entire speech. Cheers all round for fireworks. Some budget of fireworks here, by the way. Jeez, oh. They do some saging or something. Then they play charades. Sure. It's quite a good charade scene.
Sounds like a good week to me.
Quite a good charade scene. I enjoy the scene. It was full of decent jokes. Didn't note any of them down. Ben then uses a firework as a prop and cheats, and it's for like the fireworks song by Katy Perry. And then like B is like, you're cheating, and Ben's like, just live a little, and she's like, no, and and then they blow up a firework which blows up the flower arrangement, and then Hayley's hair goes on fire.
The part one of ruining their weekend.
And Margaret's simple solution to put out the fire is to strip again. It seems like she's only here to, like, let's not sexualise Sydney Sweeney, right? We can't get Sydney Sweeney's tits out. We can't keep making her take her dress off, so we'll just have another woman do that instead.
My mother's pal date.
Exactly. Lucky man Ben seems to be in this movie.
He's got the boyfriend of fucking Larry the Lobster if he was a human.
And the couple apologises. The conglomerate plot to ship them for marriage. Pete playing cool sound effects on the piano popped me for this scene, because like anytime they say something, Pete on the piano, dun 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 dun. Pete's quite cool. Anyway, they bait the hook, will the fish bite? Seagull. All right, yeah. So written in the sand is the words "bait the hook, will the fish bite," and a seagull just kind of like lands on it.
Yeah.
Who wrote that in the sand, and was it the seagull? It's another quote from the Shakespeare story.
I went on my phone and then I looked back up when it was like the last like split second of that writing, but I just couldn't be asked rewinding it, so I just let it.
Ben
So
has his
that's
morning
what's been
beach
last.
workout. We see everyone's morning activities. B swims in the pool, Bo tennises. It gives like real #MyCP morning energy. Like everyone on their own side quests getting ready to go swimming.
The great debrief of the last night, plus going to the shop or going for a smoke or playing some Fitbit or making toast.
Pete and his stepdad over the top drama class it, being like B's been in love, and this is designed to like trick her into liking her or something. Like it's a good plot, but again, one conversation between everyone could have fixed this.
Probably, but no.
It's a weird time though to like have a generational battle in difference jokes. I would slap her on the arse. I can't say that anymore. That's what I used to do. The future wives talk so B can hear. Ben then meets B in the kitchen and is like, hey. And B is like, oh, they got to you, overhearing. It's a team effort. They find the wives lying outside. And then someone hits the line. There's no us in assholes. Mother 2 then appears and sends them on the weirdest side quest of all times. To go and get sunglasses on the sunboat, and it has to be both of them. B swims well and Ben can't really swim.
So that's when they get very...
We're coming up to it. She says he's hot girl fit. I convinced Reese for years I couldn't swim.
You convinced them for years?
I just kept telling them. It was one time with like Ren, Hutch and Reese were just in a room and they were talking about swimming. I was like, oh yeah, I can't swim. And ever since, anytime I talk about swimming, Reese is like, you can't. Oh yeah, Ryan can't swim. Genuinely believes it. It's fucking hilarious.
I can't though. I'm not that good at swimming, to be honest. Didn't do swimming lessons.
Fair. She ends up dragging him to the boat essentially. They get the glasses, the parents bring Jonathan out like a show horse just to be like, hey, we brought him, you should get back with him. B then decides the logical solution, instead of having a conversation with anyone, is that they should pretend to be together to fix both problems. Jonathan and Margaret. Bro. She says bro a lot.
Bruh.
She then convinces him that she liked him because Sweeney is a good actress for the most part and he's gullible. I love how he's just like immediately into it. Like she just is like we could, like I do think of that night and he's immediately like boner, like oh my god. I no longer hate this woman. She's showing me attention. She's touching me. And then she just like
boots him in the balls.
She doesn't boot him in the balls. That would have been way tamer. She
That would have been
pams
Scottish.
him. She pams him in the balls. She just goes. She like fucking flicks him in the balls. That's insane.
That's mean.
He's like fuck
That's
it. Let's
out
do
of
it.
order. Bang out of order.
They swim back and then we have like a skirmish of will. I'm sure that's another Shakespeare quote. The conglomerate are going on a big hike and they over the top fake, we're coming, and it's annoying and it can fuck off. Like Josh in a relationship. fucking nailed that joke.
Wait. Rewind. Let me read this. What?
Oh, that's so good.
The conglomerate are going on a big hike. Oh, fake. We're coming, and it's annoying and can fuck off like Josh in a relationship.
That's really funny.
What? Like annoying and can fuck off?
That was a joke, mate. I just thought it'd be really funny to like hard say that.
I mean, it works for shock value.
I know. Don't think about it.
Probably was. True.
Something the woods, mate. Like, it worked, says the conglomerate. It wasn't a recent joke. It was a joke from like 5 years ago. Anyway, the parents didn't tell B, and it's like really awkward. He's more his parents' partner than hers, and Ben's introduced to Jonathan as a partner, and Jonathan isn't going on the hike, he's just staying with the parents, and then she's with Ben, she tells him. Just imagine being Jonathan. This completely fine guy, who B literally later on in the movie says the reason I'm not with him is because he's just a nice guy who's going to marry me and we'll have a lovely life. What the fuck, B? You're deranged. You're creating your own romance. You're going out of your way to facilitate this anyone but you story. Anyway, they walk through Auchengrove and they do like
I
real love, so folk believe it. And then he owns being called a fuckboy. He can affectionate the shit out of her. The wives overthink a bit. The viewpoint is a bit nicer than Grove. But just like imagine it was set at like the one which like overlooks like air. Anyway, showtime, and this is bit only exists for the trailer. They take centre stage and no one gives a fuck. You're not tall enough to say that. He's ticklish. He touches her left buttock. He magic lamps it. Pete finds a koala. He plays bop it. Sorry. She tries the bum stuff. He's not wearing underwear. She puts it up his fucking gap. The koala.
Why though?
Koala is Australia. He's fighting.
Koala is Australia.
They dual wield at one point, but no one was watching. And then there's a big scary spider. So Glen's turn, because like finally let's put the man in an awkward situation. He's naked.
And he throws all of his clothes.
He throws all of his clothes off the cliff. Now that spider, by the way, was a real spider, right? And on set it bit Sydney Sweeney, and she thought she was going to die. So that was that was like 6 hours of fun. Anyway, he then straight up spreads it for her to check, like Daniel in an Airbnb or something. Anyway, that's part of you. That must that genuinely.
That was Daniel on FaceTime a couple of days ago.
That must be a vulgar sight though. Just like the interior of a man ass. Anyway, B checks herself, man. And this is when this is the moment I properly fell in love with Glen Powell, Josh White. Do you remember in the No Strings Attached podcast, I made a comment about when our boy, fucking Ashton Kutcher, was naked, and he just stood there like,
yeah.
And I was like, no, because just fucking own it. Glenn genuinely just stands there like this on this cliff edge for the entire fucking world to see.
Some boy.
And I was like, you know what, Glenn, I respect you even more now. You don't cover your penis, you fucking own that shit. There's nothing small about Glen Powell. Anyway, koala fun time is over and Glenn and B return in not much of B's clothes. B's dad tries to learn how to dive. Ben helps out. B watches. Ben says, "Dead mum." And then, in order to get him to dive, he quizzes him about the Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Oh yeah, like cause some kind of like light bulb moment where he just wouldn't shut the fuck up about Franz Ferdinand.
They dual dive in, and that was cool. I like that. I really like this scene. He proposed to her in front of the Eiffel Tower. And B's like, oh, I have like a relationship, like a big proposal, like somewhere cool. And they double down on being together to be parents. Great sentence that. The conglomerate are like, yay! Ben apologises for that night to B. Bo then shivers naked in front of Ben, not covering his penis. And then he just passes B, not covering his penis, still naked. Where do these fuckers get the insane confidence to say, fuck it, let's be naked?
Yeah, I didn't like Bo.
Oh, Bo's brain dead fuck. He's quite funny though. B and Jonathan play big chess, no joke. Jonathan doesn't like Ben. They chess. How is big chess fun?
Even chess is fine, but it's like, you know, a bit of a long game. There's more things you could be doing outside than playing chess. Chess is an indoors activity.
Now, she is a law student. Why does B know the rules to chess? Oh yeah, because she's a nerd. Because she's not right. So B, Sydney Sweeney, shouldn't just appear to like the hot men. She should also seem achievable to the nerds. Cool, good to know. Margaret is like the best at making coffee in the world. She invites Ben on a run, and then he's like, I've been cycling with B. She's looking for something less casual, like her relationship with Bo, and more romantic. She then smells him and calls B lucky. I do like this film, by the way.
Sorry.
Ben marches barefoot to B to say Margaret thinks we're together. The coffee here is like meth. He's a man trying to figure this out. Rehearsal dinner is tonight. She slaps him. Get it together, man. Decent plot point that he's like high on coffee and is barefoot, of course. White cream suit Glen and very nice blue dress B go to the dinner in different cars. The dinner's on a boat. Everyone watches their own romance where Ben helps B down from the truck. I reckon 1,234 songs include 1, 2, 3, 4 in them.
Probably.
These genuinely, anytime I do these, it's just like, what the fuck was I thinking in the moment?
Yeah, like.
I guess a song
like,
played that goes 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because you're watching the film and then you write that as you go along, I presume.
Margaret threw up in Ben's car.
Yay.
Bo drags her because he gets a chance to steer the ship or something. But Tasmania is on. Jonathan and B are like, this is prom. And B's like, you're a bit like a brother. I might not want to shag a brother. DJ Mizzing Pete. What can he not do? Mixie's music slow dancing is not appropriate to.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ben says game on, let me lead, and the couple take centre stage for a dance. Ren never let us dance. Our only dance was wedding and New Year. I was like, I'm just the guy that wants to dance, man. Anyway,
Same, I want to dance.
exactly.
Like a romantic dance.
Oh, yeah.
Not like a skins dance.
Yeah, I've had any form of dance.
One,
Wait, no, not that kind of dance. Fuck me,
Okay.
mate. Not a whitey dance. Oh yeah.
A whitey dance.
Well, you said not a sex dance, and I was like, shut up about the whitey dances.
It's a whitey dance. Whatever the fuck I do.
It's the kind of dance that you get quite often, mate. This dance is getting B into it. Bitch Hemsworth is a great nickname for Bo, by the way. Like, she just hards like, yeah, bitch Hemsworth. Glen Powell has so many good quips in this movie. Everyone goes top deck for champagne, toast, and B and Ben don't. Everyone will be watching. So lame. Titanic, mate.
Then it gets good.
It's quite well written. Like, she says cringe old man, and I'm like, that's quite funny. The conglomerate are like, aww. That means that's me and Josh on the jazz boat. Fuck me, Ryan.
Oh man.
Only Jonathan and Margaret stay.
Callum's just sitting there.
Only Jonathan and Margaret stay watching. Ben is like, say the line, Bart, and then she goes, Jack, I'm flying. They stop watching right as B legit falls in and drowns. The end. Expert diver, shite swimmer, Ben dives in after her. Well, we're to drying, and does save her. The boat's far away and they're going to die by sharks. From Titanic to Jaws. They notice and try to stop the boat.
Get scared because it's sharks are cute.
Yeah.
Because she's scared.
She's wearing blue. They swim to a buoy. Harbour Rescue is notified. The water's too shallow for the boat. I finished my Carlsberg at this point and moved on to a Star Brother. They sit on the buoy.
What did I have? Either had a cup of tea, a Jack and Coke, or a Tyskie, I think.
No.
It was either one of those three things because I've still got one can of Tyskie left.
Ben's like, Jonathan didn't dive in and save you, and B explains that she broke up with Jonathan because he's perfect. And she dropped out of law school because that would have been a successful life, and she wants neither. They address the events of that fateful night.
What's a life of
B
chaos then?
was scared. The first time in my life I found fire, so I had to blow it out. Nice moment to have on a boy in the middle of water. Ben was hurt when she left, so he said bad things to mask the pain. Just a couple of fucked up people floating in the harbour. Promise me, if we get out of this alive, we go see Sydney Opera House.
Sydney Sweeney Opera House.
Closer up and on land, because they can see it in the distance. Nothing else matters when it comes to love. That was B's dad's quote about proposing at the Eiffel Tower. You, me, the Opera House. It's a date. I promise. The rescue plane arrives, they get into their harnesses and lift up over the water. It's highly romantic with the loud helicopter noises, and Ben is afraid of flying, but he has a song he needs when he's flying, and B, she knows it, and she starts singing it. And Ben is like, oh my dear God, it's my Serenity song. Ben joins in. Release your inner vision, feel the rain on your skin. Anyone but you's helicopter scene nearly went horribly fucking wrong though. This is not the time to not be connected to the internet. Like why is the Wi-Fi just off?
Pulled the plug. I don't get, like, this film wouldn't have, like, the events of this film wouldn't have happened if they just
Had a conversation.
had a conversation but just,
Didn't get up and go.
like, just enjoyed. Like, why do you want to live in a life of actual total uncertainty and chaos?
Ah, fuck knows. But
Like,
okay,
it's fine to have like change and stuff, but genuine chaos, like, my life is too good, I'm gonna fuck it all up. I feel sorry for Jonathan a wee bit.
Nah, fuck Jonathan. He's not Glen Powell. Look, if I would ditch anything with Glen. Look at him there.
I suppose so, but like,
To touch Glen like Sydney's touching him.
but you know, wait till, again, what's his name, Ashton Kutcher appears, and then Sydney Sweeney's geeing it there. Oh, it's too perfect with Glen.
I don't think anything can be too perfect with Glen. That man works for the stocks and he has a giant wrench, like, and a big tool and an ATM in his fucking
Maybe
flat
Jonathan
and
was
makes
too-
mean ass grilled cheese. and he
Maybe
knows how
Jonathan
to
was
sing.
just too boring.
The helicopter had serious mechanical issues and we had to do an emergency land in a field nearby. If we crashed, we would have all died. There would have been nothing left of us. I didn't survive Top Gun Maverick, only to die in a rom-com. It's a great line there. Anyway, they're saved by the helicopter, they're tinfoiled home, it's stupid but fun, and that's the best kind. Anyway, like their first meet, they make food in the same style. It's kiss time, and they kiss and she instigates. Sometimes it's the right person for certain moments. Well-earned love moments, I back them. I think sometimes in a relationship it should be someone that does something. You know that way?
Someone that does something.
Well, yeah, you know where it's like the first person to say I love you. I feel like there's some times when it should be one of the couple that says it. Anyway,
Okay.
shower sex incoming. Anyone but-
I get to the good bit.
Yeah, they fuck in a shower and then in bed. So anyway, shower water. Right, so I listened to a podcast with Gary Copeland Boy talking about
Holy water.
talking about holy water, right? So see if you got a little bit of holy water, right? And then you take a certain percentage of that holy water and then you put that in normal water. That makes all of that normal water holy. So say if you had a bathtub, right, full of water, and you put in the right percentage of holy water, that is a holy bath.
Right.
That's a real thing.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what do you think about this?
I think it's the funniest outcome for what's about to happen.
Because you've only
just
get a wee bit of, what's the holiness in a holy water?
It's been blessed by the Pope.
Oh, fuck.
Bly. Anyway, on this article about Sydney Sweeney, I have a Trump advert. Sydney
Just
Sweeney
like
is
any other-
commenting on her controversies by seemingly stirring up more. The Euphoria star has endured a wave of backlash after she attended Jeffrey Bezos' wedding. She starred in the American Eagle's jeans
We back in real
campaign.
life.
And then her political party affiliation was made public. The White Lotus actor is back in the headlines again for comments related to a product she released with the men's soap company Dr. Squash. Sweeney sold off bathwater bliss soap that was reportedly infused with, you guessed it, her own bathwater. The 27-year-old opened up the discussion surrounding the divisive product on an article on Wednesday. I think it's important to have a finger on the pulse of what people are saying because everything is a conversation with the audience. It was mainly the girls making comments about it, but the thought was really interesting. They all loved the idea of Jacob Elordi's bathwater. Fucking Saltburn freaks. Oh yeah, Elordi has an infamous bathwater scene in the 2023 Saltburn where the actor did not put any products related to his own bathwater.
I have a raw reaction to that scene. If you want to view it on the Gallus podcast, it's on the Film TV podcast. Or where is it?
Yes, on Gallus podcast.
Yeah. Belle Delphine.
Pretty much,
bathwater.
yes. But Sydney Sweeney has soap and it has a hole in it.
I bet who gives a shit? Not me.
Well, she's selling. Anyway, where that was going, the holy waterness of that Josh White was if we were to buy some Sydney Sweeney soap bathwater, and we put if we put the same percentage of Sydney Sweeney bathwater as you would need for holy water to put in a bathtub, could I then technically have a bathtub full of Sydney Sweeney water?
I mean,
because if it works like that legally with holy water, then surely it works that way with Sydney Sweeney bathwater.
I mean, it's like mixing.
And would it be illegal for me to sell my own Sydney Sweeney bathwater
would
that I
only-
have blessed?
I mean, you would only have a wee bit. It's like putting sugar in tea. You know, 1 spoonful of sugar. You know, it might not be enough. You know, you'll have a wee bit. You put 2 sugars in it, perfect amount. You probably just need a lot of her bathwater, not just a wee tub. You'll just have some bathwater.
Look, I'm repping the Sydney Sweeney bathwater scheme that we're gonna finish up. We're getting pretty good at faking it, one of them says, and I don't even know what's real anymore. Everything just feels like a mistake. This time we get the inverse as Ben leaves her in the night and she wakes up to him not beside her. Could never do that. Double heartbreak. There are handprints identified around the house by other characters of their sex locations.
Very nice.
B, as she swims, read a book titled Men Were Deceivers Ever.
Men were deceivers ever.
We get a Glen Beach workout. Haley wakes Claudia, who pounces her. That's what happens. 2 showers in 8 hours. Glen goes for another shower. I'm like, go off, kind of get clean. Was he using Sydney Sweeney soap water?
Probably.
Pete says to Ben, happy wedding day. B says to Haley, the sisters love each other. Margaret and B go to get the cake. Pete is like, Ben, what girl is it? Sydney City. Pete is like, B is the right choice. You jumped off a boat for her. Margaret doesn't get weddings. B wore a wedding dress Halloween 5 years in a row and is like, me and Ben were situationally together. Margaret asks, well, can I have a go? And then, right, with maybe the Star Pramins and Carlsbergs are hitting Ryan here. B is like, he really likes you, and her face looked like she was holding in a fart.
With 2 T's.
Yeah, with
at
2
the
T's. Parents, spelt wrong. Comfort, spelt wrong. B, spelt right. Bout, spelt right. Quitting, spelt wrong. Parents confront B about quitting
What the
school,
fuck?
and her
What
sister
time was
hears
this?
it. Like midnight. And her sisters hear it, and it's like insane and scary, and she thinks that Ben told them, and she's furious, and then Ben told Pete, but Pete told the parents. The classic problem. One conversation could have fixed it. B tells him to fuck off. B exposes they were faking it about the plan. A lot of lies going around here on the day of the wedding. You couldn't have saved it to tomorrow. Anyway, it's a grim chat. Both were right, and then the dog knocks over the cake. They're going to ruin the wedding, and more. I know a rom-com is good or I like it when I care or hate at this point, you know, when everyone falls out. And I was quite sad here. You know, I wanted them to be together. I wanted the couple which have no chemistry during the entire movie, despite being 2 hot actors. Wedding preparation montage.
When they wanted to, at least.
Get ready with us. The wives argue, kind of, and it's like fake.
But it seemed very real, and I
Yes.
thought they were just going to like divorce and it would turn into them two's wedding or some shit because it's.
Ben
It makes
overhears
sense, I
and
suppose.
hunts down them and is like, one last thing we got to fake. It's wedding time. Ben, B say they are assholes to the wife. If you fuck up today, they do have a knife with them. A song which is about, like, I don't know, I hate you, plays. Music has been pretty good throughout this movie. The trucks drive him to the weddings, passing the opera house. Love is intoxicating. It envelops you, it tickles you, and it makes you feel like you can walk on air. It's the wind, it's in your bones, it's in your breath, it's in every beat of your heart. You can't look for it, you can't escape it, and you can't escape.
Who said that again?
The dad. That was his wedding speech. Anyway, the vows occur. I like the dog as the ring bringer. That was quite cool.
And then...
They're now married.
Yeah.
Small, sweet ceremony. What would you want for a wedding, Josh? Right? Are you into a small, sweet ceremony? Are you into a Sydney trip? Are you into just something local and Scottish? Like, are you in for the Fairfield Hotel?
Like, I'm like not a big wedding, Kim. I mean, see big weddings, like big fucking weddings where like there's like 100 odd people there, and it's just because someone you know knows a guy, and they're going. It's like, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? I would rather have like not 15 people, but like maybe 30, 35 select humans to be at this function, and it might very well be at the Fairfield.
Right.
Probably. I don't know.
The wedding party triples in size for the party. Anyway, B apologises for dropping out of school because she has to do that apparently. The parents apologise and say they love her. It's a good wedding scene. They do the classic smudging of the cake trope. Random people dance with random other people. Margaret gets a dance with Ben. Bo buggered off because he saw a wave and it would be morally wrong for him to not surf. Again, that's quite funny. B sees the dance of the two and the wives look like, let's talk to B. Intercut, go for a walk with B or some shit.
Because they like are making the entire weekend about them two again.
Margaret's like, we should try it again. And B heads to do some people watching. I love people watching, man. Ben is kissed by Margaret and then hits her with the holding on to memory patter. I'm sorry, I must go. B, in a dress, walks a distance to people watch. She gets a taxi crying. It's a thin line between love and hate.
There was something that like I had in my head during this scene where I totally forgot what it was. It was just some kind of complaint that I had, but I kind of forgot now. It was when she was fucking off. I don't remember now.
I mean, I like the fact that
that's why I should have noted it.
She walked so far. But yeah, the thin line between love and hate drew the real love as well. Ben overhears a fake Ben B romance again. Ben calls them out for it. He calls out the four of them. I don't know what's real, I don't know what's not. One thing about love is it's too precious to be wasted. B went on a walk after the kiss. It seems like she kissed me. Fuck. Run! Don't wait on love. Fight for it, says miscellaneous mum character.
Making it about, again.
And he knows what she means by people watching.
See if some bullshit happens like this on my wedding day, I'll be pissed off. Like, imagine, like, it's like my day, no yours. Do it. Like, if you did it tomorrow, I wouldn't care.
Exactly.
If you did it the day before, I wouldn't care.
It's more climactic to do it now for the film. He knows what she means by people watching. He goes to get her. Every romance movie needs a spot and callbacks. This one, for some reason, set them up an hour in though and not early on. He downs an Aussie coffee because it's like meth.
Just like Pro Plus.
When he was on, absolutely. He dives into the ocean. The harbour rescue are then called again to take him to B. Dad says nose to toes, which is a good callback.
Very good.
Ben is airlifted to Feel the Rain on You. That's the third time. The Opera House. B watches proposals and married couples. The helicopter rocks up and B is like, holy fuck, is it? Go get the girl. Ben runs to B, who has big smiles. There is not a better feeling in the world than when your partner looks at you and smiles and you can feel all of the love.
And then they smile and they kiss, make out.
Big, huge fucking smiles. True happiness in fulfillment.
It's always the chase scene at the very end. Happens every time.
Oh yeah.
It's always when
Richard Curtis has the wanks for airports.
It's always when the man is chasing after the girl at the very end. Why does it happen every time? Why?
There's a trope, mate. Did you not hear my 7 steps?
I
to
like-
their friends to enemies.
Change it up
or
a wee
enemies.
bit.
No, they did. They did. They set up that her father was at the Eiffel Tower and jumped out of a moving train, but he's like, I jumped out of a moving helicopter, and it's the Opera House. It's the best I could do.
I suppose, but like...
And then like relationships do just have places that are associated with them, and this couple will always have Sydney Opera House associated with them. So So on then, me and Ren had a few places as well. He
Okay.
gives her the I love you. I love the way we fight.
I love you.
I love the way we fight. You're smart. I love the way you
told
stick your hands down my pants and up my asshole. I know
Again, why did they do that again?
you don't want a box ticker. I get it, but it really fucking suck. I need it to be you. So you're gonna kiss me now? Because she does like a callback at the start. She's like, "So you're gonna kiss me now?" And he's like, "Yeah, I am." When he was like, "You gonna ask me out now?" And she's like, "Yeah, I am." A lot of running for Mr. No Cardio. Because he had this like big patter about how, oh, I can't, so I don't have cardio. He's like, give me some air. Romantic opera house, spinning shots, cut to wedding kisses and fireworks. The song kicks in by the DJ lady. Then there's a sing-along between these two, staring at the blank page before you. Everyone begins to sing along at the dance floor. Ending montage to make the film even better of all the characters, breaking characters and moments throughout the film just to sing the full entire song. Fuck yes. So much ending,
On the
so much
fourth time, I
effort
think.
for the end credits, and it's one of the best scenes in the movies. Sydney Sweeney eating a banana in the helicopter. The wife's reveal that the fight was a fake fight. And then Jonathan and Margaret get together.
Fuck it.
Because do you remember when all the characters in No Strings Attached got the little post-credit scenes and they all got together and they revealed all their lives? Yeah, we got one of them in this classic rom-com. And then the full plane extras begin to sing the song. Holy fuck.
Right, are you okay?
I like that film.
I think it's alright. I think I prefer Friends
Friends with Benefits is the best of the fucking bunch.
the best of the bunch.
Anyone but you's better.
Except
than
for
No
our
Strings
next
Attached.
film. On
True.
this
The,
situation.
the finale of Ryan and Josh watching really random, weird love movies.
Except this one's at the fucking peak.
I wonder what we'll do after we do really random love movies as our next kind of weird.
weird series of stuff.
Yeah, that's like kind of loosely connected.
Aye, you could literally connect them to one another.
but it's not like-
it's not like they're the same
Series.
same genre or anything
Yeah.
like that. They're completely different, but it's behind the scenes they're actually connected.
Josh,
We'll find another one of those.
during the press tour for Anyone But You, when Glen Powell's relationship ended, there began rumours circulating that during the press tour and during the filming of this, that Sydney Sweeney and Glen Powell were having an affair.
Oh,
There's always some capital D drama.
This is the capital D drama we've been talking about this whole time.
No. So Josh, I'm going to quickly get a clip for you.
Right, we're gonna watch this clip. It's on your punk rocker.
I was
Yes,
listening to
I
that
am.
song earlier, great song.
Oh yeah, we're gonna watch the interview on the big screen. No ads here, guys. No, they're not showing ads is bad.
Why would it be bad?
I don't know. There we go.
That's loud enough for the friends to listen to.
Saturday Night Lifestyle thing.
Yes.
I can't believe it's still a thing.
And it's still awful. This is Sydney Sweeney's monologue. I think she's the most controversial woman of all time.
All the time.
I think so.
Thank you very much. I am so happy to be here. My name
Voice,
is Sydney
man.
Sweeney.
That's my sister.
Bit of
You
a
have seen me in Anyone But You or Euphoria. You definitely did not see me in Madam Web. But I do have a new film coming out called Immaculate.
Why is every word that she says it's
I
going
play a
to
nun, so it's perfect casting.
She plays it up. Because it's all
Tonight,
jokes.
I'm excited for everyone to get to know the real me. I feel like people only see me as the girl on TV who screams, cries, and has sex. Sometimes it's all three at the same time.
There's literally a
But more than
fucking
that.
screen that says laugh
I'm
now.
from a town called Spokane, right on the border of Washington and Idaho. I feel a bond to both states. Like when people ask, where are you from? I say Washington. But when people ask, did you go to a Trump-themed party for your mom? I say, Idaho. It was always my dream to be an actor. When I was younger, my parents drove me from Spokane to Los Angeles just to audition. That's a 19-hour drive. And I'm so grateful to them for believing in me. And I think the reason they did is because I presented them with a 5-point plan to break into acting. It was a PowerPoint presentation, and I still have it. Check it out. It says, audition, get an agent, do commercials and short films, then get my SAG card. But if that failed, I also presented them with a backup plan. Next slide.
Checks out.
While I'm up here, I do want to talk about some stuff I've seen about me online. Like, I once said that I used to work at Universal Studios, and then someone online accused me of lying about that, which is insane. If I didn't work there, how would I know all the Universal characters, like Shrock, the Munions, and Harry Potter?
That's not a joke.
Then, just last week, a woman on TikTok went viral because she claimed she was my nutritionist. I've never met her. And also, I've never had a nutritionist.
These are the controversies you want to address.
Avoid sugar and do Ozempic.
Where's the
Actually,
big...
the craziest rumor I've seen is that while I was filming Anyone But You, I was having an affair with my co-star Glen Powell. That's obviously not true.
It's not true. It's complete
Me
bullshit.
and my fiance produced a movie together, and he was there
She
the
produced a
entire
movie with
shoot.
her fiance.
And I just want to let everyone know that he's the man of my dreams. And we're still together and strong.
I
than
do not
ever.
believe they're together
He
anymore.
even came here tonight to support me. Can we cut to him?
Yes! That's the best bit. It cuts to Glen. He's such a good actor. He's such a good actor.
We've got a great show for you tonight. Casey Musgraves is here.
So what the fuck is the... What's the deal then?
Well, Sydney Sweeney's bathwater. It's like, no, it was just bullshit, basically.
Yeah.
They're just friends. And yeah,
What benefit?
well, that's what people were accusing them of being.
Perchance. Well, no.
Can we just get some quick thumbnail faces?
Wait, we need to get the side profiles in case you want to use the...
Just
Wait.
put Glen back on the screen. I'm still thinking of Glen.
Right, where's it? Right, so you addressed the entirety of your nation on Saturday night, live no less, about your showbiz drama
Yes.
and rumours. Why the fuck? Like, why?
Because it's funny.
But like, it's just so...
She used to work at Universal. She knows all the characters, like Shrock.
But she's never gonna meet these people, man. She's never gonna like who would she actually care about what other folk are thinking of her? Like that are like far lower
I
below
don't
her.
even know what's it. I genuinely.
I don't know what Sydney Sweeney is.
I think breaking down the psyche of Sydney Sweeney would be a phenomenal case study that someone needs to do.
Next uni thing.
Like, what is a Sydney Sweeney?
Like
I think she's an
who,
idea.
what, why, where,
Look,
when.
I think she's a person that's had a brand attached to her, and she basically had two choices: embrace the brand and become successful, or denounce the brand and fail.
Mm.
Like, she recently did a movie that flopped called Christie.
Mm.
It's the story of a lesbian boxer who was in some really bad domestic abuse relationships with her ex-manager and former partner. And she did a complete body transformation. She put on a shit ton of weight, got hench as fuck, cut her hair, made it short, dyed it and all that.
Cramps, what the fuck?
And, well,
Wow.
it absolutely bombed because no one went to see it, because people don't go to see Sydney Sweeney act, they go to see Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
So her audience of American men didn't, basically the Saturday Night Live viewing audience didn't go to see it.
Mm. And she's not happy about that. Or something.
Right. I mean, she might fucking get an Oscar for it. I've heard it's quite good.
Oh, like crap. Anyway, she is an interesting person now. We've talked about her for that long.
Mm.
You know, I thought she was just like I've always heard the name, but you know, like when you just see.
Oh,
you
now
just
the
hear
name makes sense.
You
That's why
don't.
I've heard it so much.
You don't really have you don't put a face on it. You just some actress.
People don't often put a face on Sydney Sweeney.
She is just Sydney Sweeney. But
I know, I was meaning they just put a chest on Sydney Sweeney.
like, again, I don't give a shit about anything that she said up on stage.
Again, I do because I.
Apart
so
from like
fucking
maybe
funny.
the Hollywood world, but even then it's the rich Hollywood world that would maybe care.
Harry Porter.
Maybe it would actually be bad. Maybe the Hollywood's like, no, don't
Ishrock.
say that. Maybe they like such drama. You know, the fact that she debunked a lot of stuff, they're like actually a bit pissed off.
Is Shrock a good joke though?
Ishrock. What about Harry Porter? What the fuck is she talking
Did
about?
you write your own material, Sydney? Like, I think she makes it with a dog in one of the sketches.
She's probably in Family Guy.
Glen's in it for an episode.
Of course. Probably. Probably got a cameo somewhere in there. In The Simpsons. Or something. Yo,
We're going back to foot fucking.
No, hey, I've just placed my foot somewhere and you're moving your. She got a foot cam for next time. See all the freak shit you're doing to me.
I'm not into feet.
I know you mean Sigma.
I don't play Overwatch.
But you still Sigma.
Well, I like a boy.
Exactly. Feet, bare foot.
Why are you looking at his feet, mate?
Who isn't?
Alright then.
Oh, you've been saying some freaky shit, I might as well.
Was that anything freaky?
Anyway, interesting. I think this is the case study, isn't it? Interesting. Decent film though.
It's a decent film.
What did I give it? I think I gave it
at
like
some point in my
give
life.
it like 3.5 or something.
I definitely give it way more because it's like the song's good and I was drunk. And Ren didn't like me watching it.
What, like 2 beers?
Yeah, pissed. Ren genuinely did not enjoy watching this with me, I don't think, because she was like, stop looking at Sydney Sweeney. I'm like, she's literally what's on the screen. I want to look at Glen Powell.
Where is anyone but you? I kept saying anything but you, but like,
You know what? That's probably preferable.
let's see, Daniel Murdoch 2.5,
Checks out for Daniel.
Ryan 4.5,
Damn right.
some Holly from college 1.5,
That's probably the most accurate review of the lot.
and Robert Duffin 2.5.
It's equally valid.
1 star for Glen Powell, 1 star for Sydney Sweeney, a 0.5 star for the Natasha Bedingfield montage.
At the end.
Quite right.
Only half a star for the Natasha
In me,
Bedingfield
3.5.
montage at the end. That should have been 5 stars for the montage at the end alone.
3.5 for me. I think that's decent. I think that's reasonable. That's like 65%
Well, next month it's Christmas, and we're going to do Love Actually. Expect that one to be long.
I'm really looking forward to that one.
We'll go to the UWS, and we will genuinely talk until the camera runs out of fucking battery, I reckon.
Because I don't know, it's became a tradition, this film, isn't it? Might still very much become one, depending on our days off, but I'll still definitely watch it.
Right.
Preferably with yous.
Yeah.
Because, actually.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Sydney Sweeney fans of all men in the age of, between, I don't know, maybe 30 and 60 in America.
Yeah, it's... And you've got her smiling at your camera. No, that's...
I wish it was Glenn.
You could easily have Glenn as well. Wait. Right, goodbye everyone.
I can't see that one. Thank you.
It was just the anyone but you picture that I've not even seen
Of
yet.
course, do you notice the main colour in that?
Because they use that one as like the border. They use
Well,
like
why would you not use the
But
one
then-
where one's
but you've
shirts
got, like,
and one's in a bikini?
But you've got like the actual good photo of them two.
Yeah, but like,
And of course Sydney Sweeney's dress fucking soaked and looked sexy because you can see through it.
yeah.
Of
And
course, Glen
Glenn.
Powell is dry as a fucking Arab sandal.
Oh, Glenn's never dry, mate. Sorry, I just zoomed into like the gap in his chest.
Just that.
Yeah.
That'll close it, guys. Right.
Bye.
Roll the credits.
I'm not
Bye.
doing credits.